Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. Welcome. So, public test realm in 2 days. We got the patch notes. I already did like a whole patch notes video the other day. It was like 4 hours long. We're gonna be testing out some of the stuff. We might actually go into like reading some of the comments today. I think it could be funny. Just sit there and read some of the comments on like the forums and stuff and laugh at people crying about their echoing strike nerfs. According to what I understand, it's nerfed pretty into the dirt. Like, yeah, he's gone like a freight train, gone like an echo strike, never coming back, baby. No, that's a fact. What's up, Acid Strike?
Oh, nothing much. Just playing some MechWarrior.
MechWarrior. MechWarrior 5?
Yep, Mercenaries.
Oh, yeah. I did a bit of that. I still can't figure out where the hell I had the game. It must be Epic Games. It's the only thing I can think of. Or maybe GOG. I also have GOG. It could be on GOG. Because I don't think I picked it up when it was brand new. I should check my GOG and see if it's on there. You can do like multiplayer matches on there, can you? Where you can like...
Yeah, if you have the same mods loaded, yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, that's right, the mods. I don't know if it's in here. Let me check. I'm gonna check in my GOG real quick. Yeah, okay, that's where my MechWarrior 5 is. MechWarrior 5. I got unmodded though, so I probably can't play with you. I don't even remember what mechs I got on here. It's not even installed. It must have been installed on my other game. The last time I played was 6 years ago, apparently. 6 years ago, dang. Was it really like right before I started my YouTube channel? I think it was. I think it was right before I started my YouTube channel. I was wondering why it wasn't on my YouTube channel, because I was pretty sure I played it. I just guess I never played it on stream. None of my old like gaming was even like remotely it was not even remotely compatible with online streaming because I was always like blaring. I always had like the Fallout music blaring in the background.
Oh, yeah.
And like that, I think I remember like when I first started, I was playing something. I was playing like World of Tanks or something, and I had like the Fallout music in the background. Oh, ye of silliness. Dude, that thing got copyright hell. Like it's locked in copyright hell at this point. I don't even know if those videos are still on there. I might have deleted all the World of Tanks videos. I started going back and pruning some of my old content that wasn't performing very well. But then again, most of my old content doesn't perform well. It's weird. I always thought that like when you became more popular and as you got more subscribers and as you know, like in general just became like a bigger channel that you would have more people go back and watch your older content, but that is just not the case. That is just not the case. The old content just languishes in obscurity. That's what happens.
Yeah, like a lot of people just don't see it.
I mean, like, let me give you an example. So here's one of my old... Actually, I converted all my old Minecraft videos into members-only videos. You can't watch my Minecraft videos unless you're a member. The Half-Life 2 videos. I don't know why the Half-Life 2 videos did so terribly. Never really understood that one. Thought Half-Life 2 was pretty good. Yeah, like here's one of my Raft videos, 22 views. 22 views, boys. I'm in the money now. I think 21 of those are mine. Here's a more interesting example. So this is a Diablo 2 video. Ladder reset day 12, 1 hour and 37 minutes. It was the last ladder before Diablo 2 Resurrected. So this was like shortly before Diablo 2 Resurrected launched. 28 views. Only 28 views on a Diablo 2 video. It's kind of crazy, like how the older videos just never, they just never get anything. 28 views is pretty terrible. It's like, oh, it's an old video. Oh, no, too bad. I don't think anybody's watched it in like years. Yeah. The last view it got was Saturday, August 28th, in the first 66 days of its launch, which it's been out for like 5 years. So it hasn't gotten a view in 5 years.
Jesus.
Not even a single view. That's crazy to me. Like, not even one view. Oh, we stand here and the lightning kills them all. We stand here and the lightning kills them all. And we don't really care, cause the lightning burns their hair. And I don't know what to tell you at all. Oh, not at all. Oh, not at all. I don't know what to tell you at all. The lightning's coming down and it turns their hair brown. Cause the lightning is gonna kill them all. Kill them all. Speaking of living half
I just crashed.
Yeah, I had that happen a lot on Mercenaries 5. I can't imagine how bad it is once you started adding mods into the equation.
Well, it was going good until they came out with this new update, and then I've been dealing with crashes a lot.
I mean, I played it 6 years ago, and I remember it crashing all the time. Especially during those missions that were really long and obnoxious. They would have a really bad tendency to crash during those really long, obnoxious missions, and then I would have to redo the entire mission. I did not like that at all.
Yeah, when it's modded, like you go into some battles, there's like 100 tanks and a couple hundred helicopters, plus infantry and the mechs, and then just if you're not running a top NPC, it just crashes like you wouldn't believe.
I mean, I thought MechWarrior 5 was okay, but like one of my main complaints with that game is it just kind of feels like unbalanced. I don't really know how to explain it otherwise. Like if you play on the harder difficulties, it's like every single mech is stronger than your mech. And most of the time, the only way you can win those encounters is to cheese them. You basically cheese the other mechs. Because like if you fight them in a fair one-on-one battle, like if you just go toe-to-toe with them, you almost always lose. And I'm just talking 1v1. I'm not even talking like I'm not even talking like 2v2, 2v1, or like 3v1. Like it just always seemed like the mechs and that they had were just way stronger. Or maybe it was just something with the way that the AI like auto aims onto your like weakest components or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely the AI definitely targets your weak components. So it's like you gotta keep moving. You cannot stop.
I mean, yeah, even if you keep moving though, like it's like that it doesn't even matter because they're just auto aim bots. I don't know. I loved it. I liked it for a while. I think I played it for probably like 50 or 60 hours or something, and then eventually I kind of just like fell off of it.
Yeah, I'm only at like 400 or 500 hours in it.
There was a game that came out that I did actually get to like fully play. I actually liked it better than MechWarrior 5. I'm pretty sure it's on Steam. It was that one called I only remember one word in it, Rubicon. Yeah, Armored Core 6.
Armored Core Rubicon.
Yeah, Fires of Rubicon. I like that better than MechWarrior 5. I felt like it was just better done.
Now the one I have a lot of time in is MechWarrior Online, and that one I'm in excess of 3,000 hours right now.
You like your
But that's
mech
just
games,
simple 8 versus 8. So
there's actually a game that came out. It was a little while back. Like, I'm a big Transformers guy. I don't know about you. I don't know if you like Transformers or not.
The older stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but Transformers are pretty much mechs in a way. And there was this Transformers game came out. Absolutely adored it. It's called Transformers Devastation. Not sure if you've played it. You're literally like basically a mech. Like you're driving around, you turn into the different forms, and then like you pretty much fight like a mech would. It's definitely like a mech shooter style game, like MechWarrior or Armors of Rubicon, or yeah, whatever. This one's good. Transformers Devastation. You should look up that one. I don't even think it's that expensive, if I remember correctly. Transformers Devastation. Do they even still have it up here for sale? Did you notice that Steam has been hiding games?
Oh yeah, big time.
Like lots of games. Like if you look up at the top, sometimes it'll tell you, but like sometimes it won't even tell you, but it hides like a massive number of titles from your list. And it just won't let you see them. And you have to go in and like adjust the filters and like figure out what the hell's going on, and a lot of the times you can figure it out, but like it's really weird. Transformers Devastation is no longer available on the Steam store. Okay, so you'd have to pick it up somewhere else. Yeah, I got a solid 17 and a half hours out of that game. And honestly, I think I was planning on going back at some point, but I was hoping they had some DLC. I didn't know they took it off Steam. Yeah, you get to fight like Devastator and like a lot of the old school like multi-changers. You get to play multiple different characters too. Like you get to play Optimus and like Bumblebee and like a couple other characters. There's different missions. It's pretty cool. I bet you there's probably some mods for that game.
He's alive.
What's up, Leon?
What's up?
I was making vodka last night. You didn't see?
Huh?
Yeah, I was playing Booze Masters. Freezing moonshine. I spent the whole night making illegal moonshine in the back of a rundown motel run by an evil snowman. It was actually a really cool game. I thought it was going to be like a little short, like 30-minute, 1-hour ditty. Ended up being like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, there's 28 mods for it.
Yeah. It seems like a really good game. I think if you enjoy mech games and you enjoy like Transformers, I think that one is like a must play. I think you definitely have to play that game. You know how like in the mech games a lot of the times you can like slide side to side and like you kind of have this almost like floaty because you got rockets on your feet. So you almost kind of like float around a little bit where you can kind of move side to side, like back and forward. Kind of feels like that in that game a lot of the times. Similar to Armored Core. Dude, people are so upset about this Echoing Striker. It's like the only build they apparently ever played on Warlock.
I don't even like. What's so funny is I went back to my one character and it deletes P8 with no demon. Like I basically put the nerfs into the character and only played the unnerfed part of it.
How'd you put the nerfs in? Just hero edited it?
No, I just basically didn't summon a demon. Like I got rid of the demon. I pretended I had less demon count. I pretended I didn't even have a bound demon. I just didn't have him.
Oh, so you're just checking to see what it's like to not have the bound demon. I mean, yeah, you don't need the bound demon.
No, I'm talking about the version that we made. Now I'm not talking about Equitry. I'm talking about hexes, dude. I'm talking about hexes, how good they are, and you can just do magic.
They didn't even touch any of the hexes. There was no,
exactly.
They didn't do anything.
Dude, if you love the skill, you can still play it that way. I do think I'm going to stick to this. The one change that's stupid is the ethereal durability thing. Like it should not use durability because it is a cast as well as an attack. The cast side, it needs to get something for being a caster skill.
Well, I mean, I feel like the thing about the ability now is that it has nothing special going for it.
Yeah, there's
Like
nothing.
why does it exist? Mirrored Blades is the obvious superior choice. So like why does it exist? I feel like if they put that ethereal thing back in there, then it gives it some identity and makes it into like a, oh okay, this exists for this reason, kind of a situation, which it should exist for that reason. But like, yeah, I don't know. The way they currently have it, like they took away all the identity from the ability entirely. There's nothing left.
Yeah, it's got nothing good from the cast side. Because building cast rate by itself is not quote unquote good, because then you're sacrificing the attack gear. You're sacrificing the gear that usually has attack rating and stuff that you need for attack side. Though like they're usually two different gear sets. There's very few hybrids. Like the only hybrid is the new item they put in, like the Death Mask, Hell Warden's Will. That's like a hybrid item made for it. But there's very few items that kind of like bounce back and forth. So it needs something from the cast side. It needs something from the attack side. It has all the weaknesses of an attack though. Like it's going to be miss. It's going to be blocked. But it can't proc, it can't crush and glow, it can't do anything that attack builds can do.
I don't think it's even going to be able to kill Ubers anymore. Like I feel like the
Hex
version
can. I'm gonna go back to like the version I have right now. Well, I can log in and show you.
The problem with the Hex version is that they have like 50 to 75% magic resistance, which means you need a large amount of negative magic resistance
gear
you
can get that easily
to bypass it. So if you don't have that and you go in there with an Echoing Strike build, they're just gonna laugh at you.
Well, yeah. This is not a budget, but you wouldn't do it. You would just do what I did on day 2. You would just do Mirror Blades. Like, why would you ever do it? Mirror Blades was always better at killing Ubers.
Everybody is currently, like, that's the thing. Everybody's currently using Echoing Strike to kill it. Even when I was doing Mirrored Blades to kill it during my solo Selfbound run, you would believe the number of people that came in and was like, why don't you just use Mirrored Blades?
Well, first of all, I've watched.
I mean,
so
I'm sorry,
many
not Mirrored Blades. Why don't you just use Echoing Strike?
I've watched Echoing Strike people kill Ubers. Like, I've looked up videos just to compare it, just so I had an idea of like the kill speed and the time. Mirror Blades does it faster. Like,
yeah,
like budget Mirror Blades does it faster, and geared Mirror Blades does it it's faster.
Well, the problem is that Echoing Strike doesn't apply open wounds, and because it doesn't apply open wounds, you can't stop regeneration.
Or crushing blow.
You can't stop regeneration at all. So Mephisto is immune to poison by default. So unless you're willing to use a poison sunder, you can't stop his regeneration through poison, and you can't stop his regeneration through open wounds because you don't have open wounds with that ability. So you have to use something else to apply the open wounds. You can't just use the Echoing Strike, which basically means that the Echoing Strike by itself is relatively useless. Like, and that's why when I tried it on the high players count, like players 8, it couldn't do anything because it didn't apply open wounds. It wouldn't stop the monster's regeneration, and it was never going to kill them, ever. I think the only way that they were doing it beforehand was that the Echoing Strike had so much damage that it was basically overwhelming the regeneration, which is possible because the Amazon does it. So the Amazon, if you have Charge Strike, you don't need open wounds or anything. You can just go up to the Ubers and you can just Charge Strike them to death because it's like 180,000 damage per Charge Strike. And it overwhelms the HP of the Ubers and just avoids the entire regeneration issue entirely, which is basically what it was doing. But like as soon as you bring the monster's HP up past the normal P1 HP count, they can't do it anymore. And now that they've lost the damage, they can't do it. Like they don't have the damage output to just Echoing Strike. They would have to use Mirror Blades, and they would have to stop the regeneration somehow with like open wounds. So they would have to go like Mirrored Blade, Mirrored Blade, Mirrored Blade, Echo, 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 Mirrored Blade, Mirrored Blade, Mirrored Blade, Echo, 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 because they would have to apply open wounds every 8 seconds. So it would literally be a constant rotation of them going back to an open wounds ability to be able to get it to make it work. I don't think they're even going to budge them on the current version without applying open wounds.
Yeah, but there's also no reason to ever do PA Ubers unless you're just doing challenge.
I'm even just talking
no
about
reason
P1.
To ever kill them that way.
I'm even just talking about P1 now. I think that Echoing wouldn't be able to do it on P1 with the current damage output. Not without using another ability to apply open wounds.
How much gear are we talking about?
I mean, according to what I was looking at, I mean, of course, you have the magic side. So, like, if you have top end gear and all the negative resistance, the magic side could carry you. But if we're talking budget equipment, I don't think it's doing it anymore. I don't think the Echoing Strike itself is going in there and murdering Ubers. I think you're switching over to Mirrored Blades. I don't think you have a choice.
Yeah, and I did that already. Like that's what they should have been doing. They just got everyone got pigeonholed into the sheet damage numbers, which was never even true. But they just loved looking at the high number sheet damage. That's what drove everybody into insanity, is they saw high damage on the sheet, and they don't realize a lot of these builds have low damage sheet numbers, but they're doing like 100,000 damage. Like they don't realize like a charge bow Amazon is doing like the self-wielding affinity charge bowl, whatever the skill is, the jab one. That thing is doing like 300k damage every attack.
Which one?
But it doesn't say. Self-wield affinity, like
Charge bolt.
Charge bolt, whatever.
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between what you can see and what you can't see.
Yeah. They can't
Yeah.
see it, so they don't realize that build has always done 300,000 damage per attack at the height.
Yeah, it's very similar to
300,000.
my Vengeance Paladin. Like my Vengeance Paladin runs around and he does, like, you look at the sheet, it says like 16k. But he's literally reducing the monster's resistance by 150% for like every single resistance. And he could even use Sunders if he wanted to, but like he basically reduces their resistance down to negative 100%. So like at the grand scheme of things, he's not doing 16k, he's doing like double that. He's doing like, what is it, like 32,000 damage per hit? Assuming that the monsters aren't immune to a specific element, but like he's literally doing way more than the sheet says. I mean,
and now you have like Hammerdins with like 20k hammers and like, I don't know, negative 40, negative 50 magic res. They can just delete everything.
Yeah, I don't really know what they were doing when they added all the negative magic res. I feel like that was just stupid. The Hammerdin is just super powerful already, and they were like, "Oh, here, have some more negative."
Now you can go do bosses with it.
I mean,
so
yeah.
now the Hammerdins, you can do everything.
You couldn't really do bosses before at all, but now you definitely can. Dude, what the hell is in there? It's spicy. Walked in the room and almost died. Merc did die. Ugh, pride Merc.
Like I said, the only thing I'm going to advocate for, like wherever I can, is ethereal weapons, no durability. Durability sucks in general, and if there's one skill that makes sense to not have durability, it's the one that has a cast side to it, and that you're actually like throwing a cast version of your weapon. Not you're still holding the actual weapon, you're casting like echoes of your weapon. There's a cast side to it, so it shouldn't have durability. And then there's skills like Blade Sentinel and Blade whatever, Blade Throw, whatever that one is. Those two skills don't use durability. You can use ethereal weapons, like, and those are thrown, and so is this. This is a thrown. So I'm for any thrown weapon to not technically use durability, but like it doesn't make any durability sucks. Number one, number two, it's the only thing I had going for it.
I mean, I think they should just turn it into an ability similar to Blade Sentinel, which is obviously what they copied, and just let it be like a Blade Sentinel type ability. It's not a. It was never meant to be a melee attack. Obviously, it was never meant to be a ranged attack. It was meant to be like kind of like a trap that you throw out. It functions almost identically to Blade Sentinel. It has the same 75% weapon damage penalty. It literally has the same like damage increase with skill points. Like, but damage wise though, I was actually looking at it. I ran the numbers and I figured out about how much damage it's going to be reduced by from like all the problems. And this is just the sheet damage, by the way. I didn't even calculate it in the negative resistance.
It's like a 10.
It's negative 88%.
Yeah. So
you take like if somebody had like 180,000 damage before, you're gonna take negative 88%, and you're gonna subtract that, and you're gonna be down to like a 21,600 echoing strike.
Which also, a lot of people keep saying these numbers too. Echoing strike is a variance ability, so it doesn't always hit for the high end. There's an average to it. So let's say like an Echoing Strike build now does 10,000 high end, 6,000 low end, so it averages 8,000 a hit. If you give them ethereal weapons back, they're only going to go back up to like 12,000. Like, it's not that serious.
Most people aren't even going to be past 10 to 10k. Like I would wager that most like builds that weren't averaging like the top end numbers, they're probably going to be sitting at somewhere around like 4,000 to 5,000. Only the people that were literally like at the top of the creme de la creme that were running like crazy damage numbers are going to be still near in the 10Ks to 20Ks. Did they make Flame Wave better? No, they nerfed it. for some reason. You haven't played Warlock yet, ever? That's too bad. It's really fun.
It's locked.
And also, I think people don't realize the change I'm saying. Like, a high-end weapon will be indestructible anyway. So you will bypass the durability and you will bypass the ethereal problem on a high-end version. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's not changing the ultimate power.
But think about the thing that they did with the Bind Demon, right? Like, the changes they made to the Bind Demon weren't to nerf the Bind Demon, really. The Bind Demon's probably still going to be just as strong, if not maybe even, like, just slightly weaker than the existing version. All they really did was just make it so you couldn't 1.1 the damn thing, right? And it's very similar to the Echoing Strike changes, like the taking away the ethereal, like, non-durability. I hate to say it, but the main thing that does is it creates a situation where, yes, you have to go and get the high-end items. You can't just use, like, a ethereal Colossus Fulge Insight as your weapon early on and just, like, absolutely slap everything. Like, it's not, you're not going to be able to just, like, budget some of the best items in the game from really early on. Just like you can't just 1.1 the Bind Demon anymore. I mean, overall, I like the changes that they made because it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for the character.
I think the patch is amazing overall. There's like only like 2 or 3 things that I disagree with, and that's the one thing. Of Echo and Strike, that's the only thing. It's going to still do like 1/10 of the damage. Like, I don't care about the damage, but that was an identity. It made sense for the skill. It made sense for the game. It made ethereal weapons valuable while leveling up. If someone's in our group and they're playing it, it's like, oh, yo, give that guy the ethereal two-hander. It's amazing for him. Give it to him. Like, it just makes sense.
I like the two-handed aspect in general for the Warlock because of the diversity it offers the game. Yeah. The ethereal one was an additional amount of diversity, but, like, I mean, it doesn't take away, like, the fact that now tons of two-handed weapons are now useful that weren't useful before. Unfortunately, the way that they nerfed the ability, though, it's going to change the current meta almost entirely. Like, right now, it's almost entirely designed around plus the skills because plus the skills are so powerful for Echoing Strike. And the reason why they were so powerful was because it was multiplicative damage instead of additive for some reason, which was never supposed to be that way. So every plus the skill was multiplying the damage instead of just simply additively adding enhanced damage to the skill. So what was happening is plus the skills were just magical. They were like the most crazy thing in the world. So meta shift is going to shift away from plus the skills because Echoing Strike doesn't need the plus the skills anymore. And Hexbane doesn't need the plus the skills either because you can put a weapon and a shield on your swap and you can just precast. So, like, yes, it's nice to have the plus the skills for Hexbane, but you don't need them actively on your character like you did with Echoing Strike. So things like Ariok's Needle might fall out of favor. I mean, it might still be useful for, like, pre-buffing on swap, but I don't think it's going to be, like, the god tier weapon that it was this season. And then the ethereal version, like, I don't even know if anybody's going to want to use the ethereal version anymore. Might go back to a Merc-only item.
I mean, I personally would just never build the Fizz side of it ever again. I mean, like, if someone asks me what they want to play Echo Strike, what do I recommend? I can show them a build right now that deletes player state. Has nothing to do with Fizz side. Has not. You don't even need a demon. You avoid the demon nerf. You avoid the Fizz nerf.
I mean, that's just the thing. Like, everybody was so, like, hot and bothered about the, you know, like, the ability to have Cursed and the ability for Lethargy to reduce physical resistance, and I was just over there with Hexbane just completely bypassing any physical problems anyway. Like, oh, is he into physical? Yeah, who cares? Mirror Blades is okay. Mirror Blades is amazing. Don't say it too loudly, though, because we might get Mirror Blades nerfed.
It's like my pure demon build. It just, like, bypasses all the immunities completely almost. Now Horkers would hate me because I'm exploding everything that lives.
There's a couple things about the Cursed Demon legend. First of all, there's Holy Freeze, which we believe will proc it way more. even at 5%. And then there's also demons that apparently natively cast amp, like there's succubuses that do it anyway. So you can get that to get around it. And number one, you never needed a demon to get amp. It was just more efficient. It was faster. But
Yeah,
you can have a Dreadfang on swap.
You can
and
get
just
amp
hit
yourself.
the mobs yourself. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's easy.
You can get amp yourself. You can get amp from your merc. You can get a two-handed merc and put a Dreadfang on him.
Yeah.
You can literally just do. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can potentially play it, and it still works just fine.
I never had problem getting amp on any of my physical builds. My charge palette, it didn't matter. Like I always had an amp source. Now, was it as fast? No. But if you want amp, you get amp. It's easy. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a tons of different options for amplified edge. You can go with number 1, Atmoscara. You can go with number 2, Dreadfang. Number 3, you can do Lacerator. Number 4, you can find a really nice rare weapon, and you can use that. Number 5, you can use your Mercenary and put a really nice item on him, like, for instance, Dreadfang with the two-handed barb. Or you can utilize, like, one of the rare pole arms on a merc, or a rare sword on the Mercenary. You could also potentially use a freaking bow girl with a brand bow, which is actually not a horrible option if you're rich as crap. Then on top of that, you also have the Decrepify options, which are also not as good as amp, but still pretty dang good. Like you've got the Great Halberd, 445. That sucks. You've got the Rune Word that has Decrepify. You also have a couple other options that have Decrepify on them. Then you also have the polearm, which has Decrepify on it, which is, why am I forgetting the name of it? The Thresher, the unique Thresher. Blanking here. The one with the Life Leech, and it has the really good Decrepify proc, and everybody loves to put it on their merc. Reaper's Toll, yeah, Reaper's Toll. Thank you. Got a brain fart. I mean, there's tons of ways that you can get Decrepify and amplify damage for your builds. Like, there's tons. Not to mention, like Leon was saying, there's also a blind demon that will just cast it. Like, if there's a specific blind demon, it's one of the succubuses. There's 2 or 3 different variants of succubuses, and each one has different curses and what they do. And you can easily just grab one of those that literally cast the ability. And then, like we were saying yesterday, we're not even entirely sure that the nerf to the cursed thing is really even that strong. There might be ways around it if you're willing to actually finagle the doodle pop. I mean, it's I don't really even want to call it a nerf to the Warlock, because I don't feel like it's a nerf to the Warlock. I think people are saying it's a nerf to the Warlock because Echoing Strike was the only ability that they would use. They literally were refusing to use any other ability in the game. They wouldn't touch Mirrored Blades, they wouldn't touch Cleave, they wouldn't touch Hexbane, they wouldn't touch Hex Purge. They weren't playing with any of the fire skills, they didn't play with any of the magic skills, they didn't really play with a full summon build or a tainted build or any of that other stuff. It's they nerfed one ability, and the character still has 1,000 builds that are really fun and things that you can do. You can build a full Goatman army, you can build a freaking full tainted army, you can run a really high single target build and then run 3 Defilers, which is actually kind of a really cool idea. You just run 3 Defilers and just get a freaking absolutely massive bonk stick and just Mirrored Blades everything to death. I mean, when you hit one target, all the other targets get hit, so it probably works pretty dang well. I mean, you could also Cleave. Cleave is also really good. Hexbane is really good. I think Hex Purge is a little bit worse than Hexbane, but it has its own speciality. It has its own thing going. It's less single target, more AoE, where Hexbane is more single target, less AoE. But then again, you use it with Mirrored Blades, and it's beautiful. Conviction wasn't really that great anyway. People, it's overhyped. It was way overhyped. Was it useful? Sure. Did it speed up your kills slightly? Sure. I did a full playthrough on a Taint Lock, which is going to be really good, by the way, coming up soon. I did a full playthrough on a Taint Lock, and I had no Fire Sunder, and I was using the Conviction minion sometimes, and sometimes I didn't have the Conviction Bind Demon. And I honestly did not see any significant increase in the kill speed of non-immunes, and I didn't see any significant increase in kill speed of the immunes. The immunes were still relatively unkillable because most of the time they wouldn't break, and even when they would break, it was like 1 or 2% below 100, and so they took like no damage. So I started to diversify my damage types, and I had like fire, lightning, cold. I had a bunch of different things. I had like a cold minion, I had a fire bind demon, I had 2 taint locks, I was doing magic damage. And like the conviction demon literally made no difference whatsoever to me on my kill speed. My kill speed did not go up, and it did not go down really from having the conviction demon around.
I found the might demon was more useful than the conviction was.
Well, might's good, but fanaticism's better. So like I don't.
You almost get might for free on a merc essentially too.
A lot of their changes are just really weird. I don't know why they removed all the bad auras and left all the good auras. Like, with the exception of Conviction, which is the only one that I would consider a somewhat good aura. Like, all of the auras they removed were just bad auras that had, like, better counterparts. Was it really helping to break immunities? Yeah, it'll like, barely... The Conviction Merc by himself, or the Bind Demon by himself, will barely break immunities.
But no one also had the level 12 version. Everyone had lower levels of the version. Like, you weren't playing through the campaign, and you weren't even in the end game getting the level 12 version. Like, you had to get a high level demon to get that version. People were running a low level Conviction that could barely break immunities, and then when you added in Asunder, it basically did like -6% res. That's what it was doing against an immune.
Took away auras that can apply screen-wide curse. I mean, they really didn't, because they left in Holy Freeze.
Yeah, they left in the best one.
They left in the best one of all of them.
Yo, Ginger, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What's up, Snuggle Bunny?
Not too bad. Found an interesting thing earlier today. I wonder whether you could answer it. You know how Conviction, the higher level one overwrites the lower level one?
Well, you know, it's more additive subtraction.
Yeah. You know, if you got, yeah. Well, I came across a Herald with Thorns with my Zon, and my Valkyrie took no damage from it whatsoever. Now my Rogue has a edge bow. So I was wondering if it basically cancelled out their Thorns. Because the Valkyrie took absolutely no damage whatsoever from going in mano a mano with the Herald.
I mean, does Thorns cancel out Thorns? I don't really know why it would. I'm trying to think about it from a logical perspective.
Yeah.
So, like, Conviction Aura applies to the monster, right? So that's why Conviction Aura, like, there's like a battling of it where it cancels each other out because you're trying to apply your Conviction Aura to the monster. Thorns doesn't apply to the monster, it applies to the player. So I don't really know how that would battle. Like, you're not really applying your Thorns to the monster, you're applying your Thorns to your minions. And then even your minion is applying its Thorns to you, but they don't apply the Thorns to the monster. I mean, technically when they hit each other, like, I mean, but Thorns doesn't reflect Thorns. So, like, I don't know how that would function either. Like, I don't make any sense.
The Valkyrie took no damage at all. Not complaining.
I mean, a Thorns build seems kind of interesting, too, with the changes they made to the Blind Demon.
That would be super strong, that build.
I mean, it seems like you could easily do a summon build early on with a Thorns, and then you go Rancor. It'd probably be pretty powerful.
Anyone doing Terror Zones?
I'm in GGM1 doing the Canyon right now, yeah.
Okay.
Canyon of the Magi. I wonder if any sigils would enhance Thorns. We literally were just talking about that, Marvin. Rancor. Rancor, 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 Rancor. Rancor, Rancor. One of the main problems with Thorns, and this has always been the case, and I talk about this in my video about Thorns, okay? One of the main problems with Thorns is that you're relying on the monster to hit you. And the monsters are slow. And they don't really hit you very easily. And they don't really do very much damage. So, like, one of the biggest issues is not necessarily, like, trying to maximize your Thorns or anything. It's literally just, like, getting the monsters to hit you or hit your minions quickly enough so that they're actually dishing out damage. Right? So, like, the Rancor ability, the reason why it works so well with Thorns is because you're increasing the attack speed of the monster, and you're increasing the damage of the monster, which causes the monster to smack you. And when they smack you, they dish massive amounts of damage to you now because you beefed them up, but then they're also dealing massive amounts of damage back to themselves. So, like, the entire goal of that, of Rancor in that situation, is to allow you to get more damage reflected. So, ideally, you would want amplified damage, most likely in the form of a Dread Fang, and then you would want Rancor, and you would want the basically some minions that can get in there and just get hit, and that way you have like a full setup of Thorns, Rancor, amplified damage, and the combo should be absolutely killer. Doesn't it cause them to attack each other? I mean, it says that, but like if you actually watch it, it barely ever happens. Like, I was playing with it one day trying to figure it out, and it was like, they might turn around and attack each other like one time, and then they're like, I don't want to attack you anymore, and then they just go back to beating up your minions. Like, there's something there, like there's some sort of mechanic there which causes them to like turn around and attack each other, but like, does it work? No, not really. Like, it's mediocre at best in that way.
No TP, Ginge.
What? Man, my portal skulls are in my cube.
Thank you.
The only thing I'm sad about with the patch is I don't like the fact that they killed the proc versions of the miasma chains. That's the only thing I don't like. I don't like the fact that they killed the proc version of miasma chains. I think what they did was stupid. I can understand why they did it. I can understand that they're trying to make miasma chain's ability work better, but you don't kill two builds to get one working properly. It's a bad play. I'm guessing having the demons that revive or spawn monsters would be much better with Thorns. Yeah, I think so. I think having like one of the what is it? The brood mothers, the Stygian hags, the ones that like keep reviving stuff over and over again. I think yeah, those are like a really good option. Something in my eye. Shit. I was mowing the lawn earlier. Guess I must have got a blade of grass in there or something. Yeah, if you were gonna do a Thorns build, a cursed Terrazone would be best, because like then they'll be cursing your minions as well. Because technically, if you run a cursed zone and your minions get cursed and you're also cursing the enemy, then that's actually double damage. So like, it's kind of a hard way to think about it, but like imagine the monster swings at you. He's doing 500 damage, right? And then you're cursed. So instead of 500 damage, now he's dealing, you know, double that, so like 1,000. But then he's cursed, and you reflect that damage back to him, right? And well, I don't know what the reflection percentage is, but you can get a lot. You can get like 1,000 or more, right? So only like you 1,000% of that damage, and then he's cursed too, so he has like negative 100% physical resistance. So then he takes double again, so you can basically get double. So you can double it twice. They were like, hey, do you want to double this and give it to the next person? And he's like, yeah. Double it, give it to the next person. Only problem with that is you're going to need some pretty tanky minions to be able to handle that. Like HP wise, you're going to need like a really high HP minions that can actually handle that damage. I also need to test whether or not the Defiler can spread the Thorns damage. It's one of their interesting things to me. That could be something that we could probably test. Because if the Defiler can spread the Thorns damage, then might be a very interesting build for sure. Espandon. Craint Vormir. It's not ethereal, unfortunately. Ooh, it's your favorite, Snuggle Bunny.
Great Marsh.
It's your favorite. Don't you love that one?
At least they're only gloams, not black souls.
Isn't it 100% that limiting the max is the same effect on proc? What? 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 What are you talking about, sir? I do not know what you mean. Wah, ma, 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 waka, 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 waka. I don't know. Let's look at like level 12 Thorns. Miasma chain procs is the limit 100% going to apply to proc effects. They made this change one time before with Hydras. And I had set up a character specifically for spamming Hydras. It was a Procazon that had like dual dragons on, so she could get like 1,000 Hydras, and it worked. Like you could basically just get like a massive number of Hydras. And then they changed it so that you could cast all the Hydras that you wanted, but you could only have a maximum of 5 Hydras. And yes, it 100% affected all the procs. And so now all the Hydra gear, all the procking Hydra equipment is essentially useless at this point. It is not good. I'm almost leveled up. Am I almost 90?
Yay.
I need some EXP. Let's go to Great Marsh and die horribly and painfully.
I should be able to shut them down with Cloak of Shadow, though.
What? You don't want to go to Great Marsh? What's the matter?
I do not have the Great Marsh waypoint, sadly.
This burr rune that just dropped is totally mine. Because you weren't here. I'm kidding, it's an IO.
That's the thing. That's the only thing I'm missing for Chains of Honor.
I'm kidding, it's an IO.
I know. You got a TP, please.
No, no TPs.
I missed the waypoint.
No.
You're a meanie.
Immune to physical, Herald. Phone scan. How would I ever kill this? Oh, he's dead.
I actually tested it one day to see, like I was doing a build. I can't remember which character it was. It was the Hexbane though, with like physical. So it was a physical magical build. I went to freaking Ancient Tunnels, found immune to Fizz, immune to Magic Monster, and I still annihilated him. Like it was a P8. It was immune to physical, immune to magic, and I think I killed him in like 6 hits or 7 hits or something. And I'm like, okay. How am I doing, Paul Morrison? I don't know. I have a piece of grass stuck in my eye, and they nerfed my poor echoing strike. Whatever will I do? I'm kidding. I don't care about echoing strike.
You can't play P8 online without 7 other people.
These guys hurt a lot. Ow. Why do you be so mean? Why are you shooting shurikens at my shield? That's not very nice. I seen you do that. I seen them shurikens hitting me. You said pew 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 pew. I think like next season if I want to start as a Warlock or if I want to start as like one of the Warlock assisted builds, like the Reign of the Warlock. Like there's a couple interesting builds that seem like they could be really fun.
I mean, there's so many builds that just got straight up power increases. Like, all the top builds got power increases by roughly like 20 to 30%.
Yeah,
So,
my Godzilla is like even more powerful now because it's got the freaking Guardian Jewel and like all the
The
other stupid...
Jabazon is way powerful, way more, even more so. The Sorcerer is, the Hammerden. Like, if all you do, not you, but if people, all they care about is power, all the other classes got like 10, I would say somewhere between 10 and 30% in that range. So, go enjoy, because Warlock is meaningless. Other classes are good.
Ouch.
What's up, President Earl? Thanks for the follow. I'm trying to think about what builds I want to try. I really think that Rancor on a Summon Necromancer is probably, like, insane. You gotta think that, like, because you can telestomp stuff, so you can literally just have, like, a Rancor item. Something with Rancor on it. I think you can get Rancor on rings. I think you can get Rancor on, like, daggers. So you can get Rancor on, like, some other items. I've seen it on quite a few pieces of equipment. I had to look up and see, like, what the highest level Rancor is, but, like, just imagine telestomping with like a full army of like 40 to 50 minions on something, and then you just cast Rancor on your entire army. And then your army gets a huge speed boost and a damage bonus as well. I mean, it just sounds absolutely ridiculous for like a Summon Necromancer. Like you would just, it's like an instant I win button for telestomping. Telestomp, Rancor.
Have you seen Death Mark charges?
No. I have seen Lethargy charges. I've seen Rancor charges. I've seen, I need to go, like, wash my eye out real quick. Gotta get this piece of grass out of here. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I got a piece of grass in my eye. Would you still recommend making an obsession for Echoing Strike Warlock or wait? I mean, it's good. It's got lots of faster cast on it. Does it have any damage on it, though? Because you're going to need damage from the weapon.
No damage.
An ethereal obsession is really good, and you just don't make the physical version. It's very simple. Like, if you need proof, you can go hero editor, or like I can join your game and just show you. Like, it's easy.
Ugh. Archon staff obsession? Yeah, you would want to make it an Archon staff for the highest physical damage, since physical damage from the weapon does add to the ability. I wouldn't make it in a rune staff or a war staff. It has like no strength requirement on that thing anyway.
I love my Eth Obsession. It's top tier.
Eth obsession. Yeah, I mean, you
Ethereal
put a Zod in it too, so ethereal would be the preferable. My Asmo Bolt was okay. I don't even understand why they're like nerfing it. It was not like top tier or anything. Like it was good. It wasn't amazing. It was good. So I don't even understand why they're addressing it. They should have just left it alone.
And you only really used it for high damage mobs like arrows and bosses.
Yeah, single target. That was it.
You didn't need it for clearing at all.
It's the only thing it was even good for was single target. I mean, you could potentially try and use it for AoE, but like, why would you when you have chains? And chains is just way better for AoE.
You have chains and Abyss.
And Abyss, like, yeah, you just chains Abyss. Blasphemous Compendium. Oh my god, the number of people that are so upset, Leanne, because they can't use their Spirit Shield on their Warlock.
That's crazy.
They're
like,
so sad about it. They're like, oh my god.
I mean, I understand wanting to make a Spirit Shield on like day one because it's like the best you have option to if you didn't drop like a book or whatever the reason. But like by now in the league, you should have something better than a Spirit Shield. Like, I mean, and you can still use a Spirit Shield with a one-hander technically. So
you can't get access to Spirit Shield until Hell, right? Like you can't drop a Monarch Shield in Nightmare.
Yeah, but they're so common.
It's level 56. But like the thing is you're not getting your hands on that thing until like Hell difficulty. By that time, you should have been picking up like every book and every blue book and every white book and every rare book like in the world up till that point. You should have something better by then, like a +4 Splendor, or like a +5 or a +6 or something. Like you should have something by then. You can easily make like a Rhyme Shield in like a halfway decent book. One guy was so upset about it, he said he was going to mod the game so he could put his shields back on.
Yeah, I see people saying they're not going to update the game, all kinds of crazy things.
One
I mean,
guy,
at that point, yeah, just play a mod. Like, if you wanted the game to be balanced outside of the actual live system, then just play a mod.
one guy said, "Oh, I was playing Diablo 2. He's like, I'm just gonna go back to BD2 now." And I was like, why? He's like, well, it's better anyway. He goes, Diablo 3 is better too now. And I'm like, well, your opinion's garbage. Apparently, everybody wants them to make like the game super duper easy, like Diablo 3 is, where like it's like smooth brain, where you don't have to think about anything. You just pick a skill and go. They want the smooth brain Diablo 3 in Diablo 2. I told him to never, ever, ever give feedback for Diablo 2 again. So that's what I told him. I said there's 1,000 games out there that are super easy that literally you can just pick them up, no-brain them through. Like, why does Diablo 2 need to be the no-brain game as well? Can we move away? Yeah, it's not even difficult. It really isn't even difficult. The reason why they think it's difficult is because they feel like if they don't have an Enigma and they don't have an Infinity and they don't have a Griffins and they don't have like all these crazy items like a -10 Sunder and they don't have, you know, like a friggin' 10/10 Guardian Jewel and all this other stuff, they think that they're failing and they're not doing well at the game if they don't have those things. So that's their goalpost, right? So they see it as like, oh, I've got to play, you know, like 20, 30 hours before I can get access to these items that are required for my build to function properly. And it's really their own fault because they set these impossible standards of like what they're supposed to have on their character. When the truth is that those items that they're setting the impossible standards for are not supposed to be easy to get. Like you're not supposed to have a Griffin's on freaking day 1 or 2. You're not supposed to have a freaking like Haas on day 1 or 2. You're not supposed to have a freaking Enigma on day 1 or 2. Like, but these are these people, like that's how they view the game. Like they want to have all that stuff in like an hour. Like they want it to be like Diablo 3 style, where you go in and do a couple quests and you've got a full set of armor. Yeah, you get your full set of armor and you're online in like literally like an hour or 2. Like that's what they want. They want the Diablo 3 like 1 hour and I'm done with my character like silliness. The problem is over reliance on teleport. I mean, I feel like they did a good job this season removing that reliance on teleport. So it's actually kind of surprising to me that people still feel like they need Enigma over everything else, when the entire system in the way that they designed it is like anti-Enigma. It's like, who needs the teleport when like farming all the monsters in the game gives you burrs and jaws and like heralds are popping out of every orifice, and killing all the elites gives you more heralds. And I don't get it. I feel like walk magic find completely overshadows teleport magic find at this point. I mean, if you want to teleport magic find, that's cool, but I definitely think at this point you're not in the most efficient method anymore. I mean, I didn't really think you were in the most efficient method before, but now, like, with the way that they've structured Terra Zones, you're definitely not the most efficient method at teleporting. People laugh at me and they're like, you don't play the meta, you don't understand what the meta is. Like, I feel like the people who are addicted to Enigma and teleporting are not seeing the meta change. They don't understand that the meta has shifted toward farming everything, and that it's not about teleporting directly to a boss anymore and just killing that boss. Unless you're doing like specific farms, like you're doing key farms. But even then, like most of the key farms are easy enough for even just people running. The only one that requires teleport really is the summoner. That's the one that requires summoner teleporting. And then the statues now, the statues are also something that you need to teleport to the bosses for. So like at the moment, there's like maybe like 2, maybe 3 things that you would do tele farming for, which is keys, specifically the summoner. Although you can use tele farming for like the Countess, which is not horrible, but like the freaking Neelithak doesn't need it at all. Like you really do not need to teleport farm Neelithak. He's super easy to get to as long as you learn the pattern. Like you can get to him every single time without fail. And then the statues, which now they made it so that those statues drop from non-terrorized versions of those bosses. That's actually going to be a big thing in the upcoming season, is farming the statues specifically from the bosses. Like, it's definitely going to be a thing. You go and, farm Diablo or farm Mephisto. I think Duriel's going to be the most annoying, and that's going to be the most valuable statue. I think a lot of the other ones are going to be easy.
What's interesting is when you farm Summoner, you technically can farm Duriel. So you go to Summoner, you find out which tomb he's in, and you go to Duriel. So, like, key runs for Summoner will become key both Duriel and Summoner, I think.
Yeah, so teleport's going to be huge for Summoner, and teleports is also going to be huge for Duriel. And I think now it's going to turn into that, exactly what Leon said, is you're going to teleport to Summoner, you're going to find out which tomb he's in, and then you're going to teleport and kill Duriel, and then you're going to go on to the next run. I think that Duriel is going to become a constant farm, with basically the non-terrorized version dropping the statues, and him being the statue that's probably going to be the least, like, available in the entire lot. I'm actually kind of curious, like, I mean, because the Warlock can do it just fine. Like, I do say the teleport is required, but, like, any form of movement they can bypass.
Leap is good, yeah.
Leap works, Blade Warp works. Charge is okay to a degree, depending on how fast you can kill the roadblocks when they happen. Like, if you can bust past the roadblocks relatively quickly, Charge is actually not even terrible. And then again, like, there's certain builds that wouldn't even have to teleport it. Like, if I was running the Warlock and I was running the bow build, nothing in there can stop me. Like if you're running a Bowlock and you're running Hexbane, like nothing in Arcane Sanctuary is going to slow you down, like more so than like a speed bump. Like boom boom, oh they're dead. Okay, moving on. Boom boom, oh they're dead. Moving on. I don't know why I'm going to kill Nilithak on a character that literally has like the worst trouble killing Nilithak, because the pulses from my lightning will literally leave bodies that can be murdered. Snuggle Bunny, come down here and sacrifice yourself.
Hey,
Sacrifice.
you just want my death sentry. That's what it is.
Sacrifice. Oh, I got him.
Yeah, I just got back from Lower Karas. I'll be back in a sec.
Bom 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 bom. Bam 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 bam. When the pulse hits, do all the monsters get the same damage, or does it roll for every monster? Somebody asked that before. I don't know the answer. I do not know the answer.
If you're thinking about limited processing power and stuff back in the day, I would make it only roll once if I was coding it. So it just only has to do calculation one time.
Makes
And
sense.
that's the damage it does.
Makes sense. Something I haven't tested, which I'm actually kind of curious about, is Holy Bolt. So two questions, because Holy Bolt doesn't seem to care about magic resistance. It seems to bypass magic resistance entirely.
Yeah.
Number two, negative resistance doesn't actually apply, right? And then number three, plus skill damage. Does plus skill damage work on Holy Bolt?
You should
Because there's a lot of plus skill damage out there for Holy Bolt. There could be a new meta, or maybe even like my North Star Smiter, because
yeah, put a Void Dagger on and see what happens.
well, yeah, I mean, because basically like the plus skill damage could be rather interesting. I don't know.
It might be even crazier.
Well, I mean, you can't really beef up the damage on without synergizing it, but you can't beef up the damage on like Holy Bolt without synergies. But I mean, if the plus skill damage works, I don't think the negative res works. My guess is it's probably very similar to the way that Sanctuary works. Sanctuary basically applies physical damage, or zeroes out the physical resistance for the undead. So it doesn't go into the negative and it doesn't go into the positive, it just zeroes it, and it doesn't let any other negative resistance work when it zeroes it. So my guess is that Holy Bolt probably just zeroes out the magic resistance category, if they have any resistance at all. Because it doesn't seem to have any effect, like if a monster is immune even. It just bypasses it. So I mean that limits me to plus skill items. Magic plus percentage bonuses. Could be interesting to see how that plays.
They should copy our characters over for the PTR. That'd be so good.
Yeah, I'd like to test things that way, but unfortunately that's just not the way they like to do it, apparently. They always have these issues with Blizzard, and they never really understand. Like, just let us copy our characters and test things the way we want. Like, why are you giving us a generico slop character that probably wasn't even geared properly?
I mean, that way you can
Either
quite
not
literally
geared
show
properly
one
or
per
over
one.
geared, like top tier gear.
I don't know. I personally don't care about leveling too much. Like, the skills level just fine, and we spend like 10 hours leveling.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, we could get together on the day and we could easily just level up the characters. It's not even really that big a deal. We could easily hit 70, 75 within that day, and we could have several characters like leveled up for whatever we want to test.
Well, the thing is, like, I feel like leveling, while important, is a very small part of the game. It's a very small part of what people want to know. People want to know, how does the build compare from live to PTR? That's what they want to know. They want to see that. A one-for-one comparison. They want you to be able to pull up a clip on this side, pull up a clip on that side, show me the difference visually.
They're not going to like the difference that they see. They are not going to like the way they look. That's big and tall. Men's shop, by the way. They made a bunch of pre-made characters, which is something they did before. Men's Warehouse. You don't like the way you look as Men's Warehouse? I thought it was also big and tall. Maybe they're the same company. I could have sworn I've heard this slogan on the big and tall commercial as well. Big and tall's just there to make people feel bad? Nah, I don't think so. Wait until you're a person who has actually, like, extremely large proportions. My dad has, like, size 17 feet. I mean, frickin' Shaquille O'Neal, what is he, like, 24, 25? Like, size 25 shoe? Like, when you're a very large person, and I'm not just talking fat, when you're a very large person and you have a very large size, going to a regular store and trying to find anything is impossible. Like, good frickin' luck. Like, good frickin' luck. This build seems OP. This is the Godzilla. It's literally the God. It's got God in the name. Zilla. I don't know what you want. This is literally the first build that I created in Season 1. It clears P8 absolutely no problem. Like, it's freaking ridiculous. It got even stronger from that version, too. Like, the Season 1 version, the one that I did in Season 1, was really good. It was a really good version. This version is even better than that version. This version's even mo stronger. Even mo stronger.
It's very fun, too.
Did you ever play the Godzilla, or did you just do the generic Holy Shock?
Holy Shock last season with training.
So this
Remember I
is
did Self-Wailed Infinity two-hander?
so this is like an upgraded version of the Holy Shock Paladin, because it basically gives you like a way to just like fire the Holy Bolts, and the Holy Bolts are synergized. So you get fully synergized Holy Bolts that shoot straight down the line and do like massive amounts of damage in big packs. It's actually kind of crazy. I can't remember the exact damage that I do like per hit with Holy Bolt, but it ends up being a lot. And the Holy Bolts themselves can kill things even when the lightning doesn't. Is there a widget to see your gear? I don't have any widgets. There are no widgets installed on my character now. If you'd like to see my gear, I can show it to you. Please show us. Please. He said please. I like this guy. He's nice. Last guy that came in was like, show us your gear, hobo, or else. And I'm like, dang, alright. No, it's not very polite, but it be what it be. Oh, Grand Charm on the ground and everything's gonna die. They've got about 3 more seconds and then they're all dead. Cause I'ma shock 'em, I'ma shock 'em dead. I'ma shock 'em with their big old freaking head.
I wonder if the cost of this build went up or down since we were playing in trade.
I don't
Because
know.
like this build was super cheap to put together. Traditionally, it wasn't, but now it's like
Oh yeah, this season it was like dirt cheap. I was like, oh wow, this is like what for a Griffin's? Like, okay, okay. I was like, okay. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready to see my build? All right, here we go. Laying of Hands. I'm using Laying of Hands for the proc, the 10% chance to cast level 3 Holy Bolt on striking, which I have fully synergized for maximum damage output. I'm using a dual leech ring, a string of ears for damage reduction. I've got a Raven Frost for Cannot Be Frozen. Just some decent little res booties. Could be Gore Riders. I can't remember if I actually need this. Looks like I do actually need this resistance for the time being, so I hadn't solved that problem yet. Herald of Zakarum with a lightning facet in it, which is, of course, for the build. Then I've also got High Lord's Wrath for the 20% increased attack speed, so I can hit a specific breakpoint. I'm looking to hit a specific Zeal breakpoint. Griffin's Eye Diadem with the new Guardian Thunder Jewel in it, so I have negative 29% enemy lightning resistance for a grand total of negative 69 giggity, negative 69% enemy lightning resistance. This is massive, by the way, because this pretty much just completely takes care of any immunities. And then, of course, I also have the Crag of the Heavens, which if I had a negative lightning percent one, that would bring me even higher, but it would ruin my beautiful negative 69. I'm using Principal Armor, which has a 100% chance to cast level 5 Holy Bolt on striking, which gives me 2 separate Holy Bolts on striking. So I have the 100% to cast level 5, and I have the 10% to cast level 3, which can both cast at the same time, by the way. So I can potentially get a massive amount of damage. Now I'm building the synergy. I'm also using Crescent Moon as my main weapon, which has negative 35% enemy lightning resistance. Now the synergy bonus for Holy Bolt is 50% per point in Fist of the Heavens. So if you put 20 points into Fist of the Heavens, you get 20 times 50, which is 1,000% increase in damage. And then if you pull up Holy Bolt, and you look at the Holy Bolt, the Bolt of the Holy, and you take a look at level 3, you get a magic damage of 32 to 40, so let's do 40 plus 1,000%, which gives us 440 per Holy Bolt. And then we have the level 5 one, which comes out, which is 48. So 48 plus 1,000%, which is 528 per Holy Bolt. So because I have a 100% chance, that means I'm doing 528 minimum. Of course, I could run the minimum numbers too, but 528 minimum to, and this of course can happen. What is it? 5 times. I think I'm running 4 frame Zeal, or is it 5 frame Zeal? I'm running close to the 5 frame Zeal. But anyway, let's just do 5 for a Zeal, right? So that's 2,640 top end for just the one effect. Then 440 times 5 is 2,220 plus 2,260, 2,640. That's 4,840. So if we're looking at like a top end, bottom end situation, you're looking at anywhere between 528 to 4,840, depending on like how the procs land, right? So like if I get all the procs from Laying of Hands, then it goes up considerably. If I get none of the procs from Laying of Hands, then it goes down considerably. But basically, those Holy Bolts just travel through the pack, hitting everything every time I Zeal, and then I'm also getting the lightning damage on top of that, which is pulsing. It works really well. It's a very solid build all the way around. I've had no trouble with it like anywhere I go. You love looking at the top and the bottom? I also enjoy the top and the bottom. Shung, 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 shung. Would Enigma be better? Enigma would immediately kill the Holy Bolt strategy. Get out of here. Get out of here. Take my build that's literally built around Holy Bolts. Like, hey, look, here's the item that like gives me all the Holy Bolts. Would it be better if I took that item away that like is core to your entire build and then threw on the item that's not core to your entire build? Do you think that would be all right? Dude, you do whatever you want, but don't call it a Godzilla. Don't call it a Godzilla. Call it something else. Dude, what the hell is this ridiculous thing that just dropped? Look at that thing. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that interview to you. I watched that last night. It was pretty good.
Which interview?
Chris Wilson talking to the head guy of No Rest for the Wicked.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I hadn't watched it yet, but I saw it.
Yeah, they have a good conversation.
Not the biggest fan of Chris Wilson, but I was laughing at the other interview because they threw shade on Chris. It was pretty funny. I don't even
Chris
think
Wilson is even more hardcore than you, dude. His favorite version of Diablo is like classic, where you can't get mana potions and stuff. Like
No.
he's all about ruthless.
No, I mean like they when they made a comment, they made some comment about like the game, and they had made like they threw shade on his creation, like Path of Exile. They basically said something like about I can't remember. It was hilarious though. Like it was right there in front of his face. Like they asked the question and they were like, yeah, well, Diablo 2 Resurrected is still pretty much the best ARPG of all time or something. It was like, and none of the other games have really ever come close. And I was like, and I was like, oh, you're just talking to the guy who made Path of Exile 1, so you know, no big deal. Totally wasn't like a backhanded insult or anything. It was a good interview, but it was way too nerdy for me. And that's saying something.
So, PoE 1 in the end probably became something that he didn't want it to become. Because, you know, he was on a team. Yeah, he was one of the main guys. But essentially, his version of PoE 1 that he loves is called Ruthless. And it's way less loot. It's way harder. It's Chris is more of a slow, hardcore kind of guy. Like I said, his favorite version of D2 is where you don't even have mana pots and you just struggle. Like he loves that.
I mean, the original version of D2 was something special. I don't know if you ever played it, but
he loves D1. He just did a D1 playthrough, Chris.
Yeah, D1's amazing too. But Diablo 2 originally, when it first launched, is a whole different game. Like I really kind of wish they would release a version of Diablo 2 in its original classic form, because it was just a whole different game. If you didn't play Diablo 2 when it first came out, like before LOD, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. You're gonna have to like go dig out your CDs and install like just the original version of Diablo 2, and even then, like I don't even know if that's gonna give you the right feeling, because I don't know what version is on the disc. It might have to be like a version of the CD that's from like before they bundled them, so it might have to be a non-bundled Diablo 2 version, not the war chest, basically. Which the war chest became like the main thing that was sold for the most part.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be before war chest.
Yeah, because I think the war chest version of Diablo 2 is like 1.07 or something.
That's why.
Nah, when I was watching the interview, like there were some interesting tidbits, like in the Darkhaven crew with Chris Wilson, but like they got way too deep into like the funding and the development of the game, and like the back end, like the decisions you make about what color hair a character has, and like I don't know. It was very like it almost reminded me of what's his face, Jonathan from freaking Path of Exile 2. Like where they literally sit there and talk about the most boring stuff that nobody's interested in. And I was like, can we get to like the good stuff about the characters and the classes and like what abilities they're gonna add and what uniques they're gonna do and like what changes they might make to existing characters. And it was definitely like a bunch of developers talking about stuff together. I felt like my interview with Peter was way better. We actually talked about the game and like the mechanics and like how the game functioned and like the barbarian and like, you know, like the fact that every developer apparently had their own favorite class and that was what they like to work on. Like David Brevik was apparently the barbarian master.
Why is my character level 1?
What'd you do to your character? What did you do?
I launched No Rest of the Wicked, and my character is level 1.
Oh, I saw something about the 1.0 update coming out soon. We're gonna have to have like a big day for the 1.0 update. I mean, that's they're finally out of early access, I guess. That's what 1.0 means, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to have a big day.
This is a very good game. I actually don't know if the lead guy knows how strong builds get in this game.
The developers rarely do. You know, it's funny. There was a guy on Twitter. Apparently, like he bought No Rest for the Wicked on my recommendation, and apparently he hated it. And he said he doesn't trust me anymore about any of my recommendations because my recommendation for No Rest for the Wicked was so off that it's the worst game he's ever played, and he wishes he could refund it. And I'm like, are we talking about the same game? It's like No Rest for the Wicked is good. Like they literally just had the multiplayer update, which is amazing. The Together update was really good. I like that a lot. If you guys haven't played No Rest for the Wicked together with other people yet, it's really fun. Me and Leon and what is it, Dank? We were playing together, and Dank's friend. I can't remember if we had anybody else come in, but it was good. Like the way that the worlds work, like being able to hop between worlds like servers. It's very Diablo 2-esque in the way that they decided to do it. Because like essentially how it works is you have a world, and your world is your game, right? And if you want to join somebody else's game, you join their server, and you join their game. And it's no different than Diablo 2 in that regard, that like if, you know, Snuggle Bunny makes a game and I want to join his game and I hop in, it's his game set to his, you know, his quest state, right? And then if I leave and join somebody else's server, it's now that person's, you know, game in that person's quest state. And then if I go back to my game, it's my game in my quest state. Like they did it really well. The multiplayer is very well done. I think my only complaint might be that they need to make the characters online so that people can't cheat, but I mean, they're already doing the multiplayer servers for free. I don't know. The whole offline character thing is a big sticking point for me because it allows people to essentially just cheat in whatever they want, which I was doing, by the way.
Well, there's no economy, there's no trade really, so I guess they don't care. But yes, if they do something like that, then they have to make it protected.
I mean, just making the characters online is like the most basic of protections.
Well, some people like the offline thing. I think you should have an option for that. Like, it's kind of like those games like Oblivion and stuff, where someone plays it fully modded after they play it. I don't care about like
and that's
single
why
player offline people.
And that's why Diablo had Open BattleNet.
Yeah.
So Open BattleNet was online single player saves on your computer, and BattleNet was online single player saves on the BattleNet server. So basically, there was basically just a slight difference. And what a difference that slight difference made, because if you played on Open BattleNet back in the day, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Them servers were ridiculous. I remember one time I logged into a server on Open BattleNet, and I didn't know what I was getting into. I logged in, it immediately like accessed my save file, converted it to some format that the game that was like for some mod program, like leveled my character, gave me a bunch of gear, like, and I couldn't undo it. Like, I just joined a game. I didn't, like, accept a license agreement or say I was going to do something. Like, you literally just joined the game, and all of a sudden you were, like, level 90 and had, like, full gear, and you got teleported to this weird area, and, like, it just completely bricked your character if you were trying to do something. Like, oh, okay, this sucks.
Yeah, waypoint.
Oh, we draw the ire of a herald. The ire
Indeed.
of a Harry.
We'll see what the next Terror Zone is.
That's going to be crazy when we test on the PTR. I feel like it's going to be crazy.
I think we're gonna see a lot of heralds. I think Thorns is gonna be a big deal. I don't know if I'm making a melee character next season. Like I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
like every other zone, you're fighting like multiple Thorns.
Dude, it's gonna be nutty. Like there's just gonna be freaking there's gonna be Thorn heralds like all over the place. I think I'm either gonna do an elemental melee build, which I have done before and they work good. I mean, heck, my Sanic the Hoochhag character is probably a really good play. Like, I think it's a good play. Because it's all lightning damage, and then you have, like, a little bit of physical damage, so it's not really that bad, and then you can just kind of bypass it. You actually can, like, on those elemental physical builds, you can totally bypass the Thorns. I've done it on this character, too, the Holy Shock build. Like, you don't really have an exceedingly large amount of physical damage, so you can pretty much just ignore, for the most part, like, the issue. It still takes damage. You still take damage, but it's not horrible. Is this hardcore? No, I don't really play hardcore, man. There's a lady that does hardcore all the time, though. Trix Magistus. You should look her up. She does hardcore all the time.
Oh yeah. It's my favourite, quill rats.
You like quill rats? Are they really your favorite? Feel
No,
like you were being
no.
sarcastic.
Those crit poisons. Ugh.
I had a couple ideas for builds.
Case in point.
I mean, I do think the taint lock is insane. It's gonna be insane. I'm gonna test it on the server, but I think the taint lock is gonna be nutty. I better get a video out about my taint lock before somebody else makes a taint lock video. I don't like the way that the streamer community just like dog piles on one build. Like it's really
Hey,
it's just not for me.
over here.
Like I
With a concentration aura.
don't know how
It's like
to.
a lack of imagination takes over.
It's like herd mentality. Like they identify one build, and then they like all of them just go with this one build, and they all make videos on this one build, and then like there's like 1,000 million videos about this one build, and like they just ignore every other build like they can possibly ignore. 39% IK.
Good old Inferno
That's
Strides.
pretty high. Goes up to 40, right?
Yeah, 40's max.
And it's just like with the Echoing Strike thing, it was such a freaking tunnel vision. Like they just ignored every other build that you could ever possibly do for Echoing Strike. They ignored Hexbane, they ignored Hex Purge, they ignored Mirrored Blades, they ignored Cleave, they ignored the freaking like whole magic tree, they ignored the fire tree. I think Apocalypse was the only other ability that got like any real attention. 3 socket 499 Balrog. It's okay. It's like the community just latches on to one thing and then they just ignore everything else. And it's gonna happen again. Like there's gonna be the next Warlock build that they're gonna and they're gonna start hyping it up and they're gonna be like, oh my god, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and they put the real 100% butter on there, and they put the garlic, and they got the straight from the garlic plant, and here it is, guys, the only build that you're ever gonna play on Warlock. I could kind of understand why Echoing Strike was the one they picked, because it's a faster cast ability and they all want to use Enigma. You know what they should do? Is they should just have a themed season where they just take Enigma away. Just for one season.
I would laugh so hard.
Just be like, we're gonna put it back next season. Like, don't panic. Like, we're just gonna make you play without Enigma for one season. They took away my Enigma. It was so mean. I'm not playing this season. And everyone would play Sork? I mean, I disagree. Sorceress is not the most amazing thing. The gear requirements are absolutely insane for some of the top-end builds. I mean, yeah, Nova Sork is really good once you get, like, an Infinity and, like, every single piece of gear that you need to make the build work and all the negative res and the Griffins and hit the 105 breakpoint for the faster cast and also, like, and like, no, it's not really the most amazing thing early on. It's okay. There's plenty of builds that outpace Sorceress early on.
Sork is like a rich person's character for the most part.
Yeah, and once you have, like, a lot of equipment. What about my mercenary? Well, he died earlier when I was fighting that Herald. Let me go grab him. Thanks for reminding me.
Hello.
Ulrich is wearing a Plague Phase Blade for the lower resistance proc, because that helps my damage. He's got a Gladiator's Bane, which is one of the best tanky items, just to keep him alive. And then he's got an Oath Ethereal Conquest Sword in the other hand with a Ethereal Crown of Thieves. He could have a better item than Ethereal Crown of Thieves, but I mean, Crown of Thieves, what's not to like? Irene said she's never used an Enigma or Infinity or anything like that. What? You're missing out. If you don't use those items, you're not playing meta. You can't make a character that works without them. /S sarcasm mode activated.
Helpful.
That's why I told people, like, everybody thinks the Warlock's so OP, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe the Warlock's good. It is, yeah, but I think you guys just suck at building other characters. Like, like every character got a freaking buff this season. Like, all of them did. Well, yeah, I don't know how to tell you guys. There's literally a buff for, like, every character this season. Who did? What character didn't get a buff? Like, which character did not get a buff this season? Like, I want to know. Because I need that for, like, scientific purposes.
I think Druid is the only one.
No, they got Rancor. You can get Rancor items and you can cast them on your little minions. So you can have, like, massive amount of damage for your summons. That was a huge buff for the summons because they can Rancor all their little wolvies. So you can have like a whole pack till you stomp something, and then you can cast Rancor on the whole pack of wolves, and you get attack speed and damage from Rancor. So it basically just speeds up all your wolves and also increases their damage output. It's massive. Like just that alone, I think there's a couple other buffs that they got too, but just that alone is massive. And then, like, you take the Sunders, every single character got a buff with the new renewed Sunders. So once you put one of those new renewed Sunders on, you can get plus 10% skill damage or negative 10% to the resistance of your choice, basically. Which is also massive. And then the new jewels that apply to every single character give you an additional 5% over a regular facet. And have a whole bunch of additional stats on them. That's a huge buff to every single character. And they added magic ones, which literally apply to all the magic characters, too. Defensive Aura Pally. I don't know. Because he could use a Coven Helmet and get free Lethargy proc, and then he'd be even more defensive. Unfortunately, their change to Lethargy did kind of nerf the Coven Helmet a little bit. That is kind of sad. We go down into the cave yet?
We haven't done the cave yet, no.
The hole.
No,
The
it's a cave.
hole of justice. The cave. The hole of the squishy place. I mean, I am kind of interested to see like how effective Bone Spear Necromancer is now with all the plus skill damage and negative res. I don't know exactly how powerful that character is going to be now. It's kind of a question mark. I mean, theoretically, you can get a lot of negative res, and then you can get a lot of positive skill damage. So if you go with like a full Necromancer Bone Spear setup, could be rather interesting this season. I never really found the Bone Spear Necromancer to be like the craziest character, but not. It's really good PvP, but I never really found it to be very crazy in like PvE. The Vigor Aura Merc or Blind Demon also opens up Sanic the Hoojag Warlock. It's time to make Sanic the Hoojag Warlock, man. Max Consume, Max get a Vigor boy, run around with Vigor and Max Consume. Technically, I could use a Hustle, and I could get the burst of speed too as like my main weapon, and just like really just fly around. Do the hustle. Din, 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 din. Din, 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 din. Mana potions for my bottomless pit. I be charging around and that's it, 'cause I don't really care. You know what's the only thing I don't really like about Blade Fury, Snuggle Bunny? And you
The
probably
wind-up time.
Yeah, the wind up time. Half the time the monsters are dead before you get a chance to hit them, aren't they?
And also you tend to end up stuck in one place until it's finished its cycle, a bit like Strafe.
Yeah.
Which could be a problem if they're extra fast and you want to run away.
They really need to let Blade Fury pierce. I think it would be much more powerful if they did. A lot of people would probably play it more often. It doesn't have to pierce by default. You just have to build the stat. Then you'd have the negative aspects of building the pierce stat just like anybody else. Oh my god, she found the cootie sword. Not the cootie sword, Irene. Put it down. Put the cootie sword back on the ground. It's got the cooties.
Must be Eisenhart's.
No, it's Ken and Mills all.
Oh yeah, that one's just as bad.
Yep, that's the cootie sword. You got the cooties now, Irene.
Ah, holy freeze archers. Yikes, nearly got killed.
Cootie, cooties. You got all the cooties.
Watch
Cootie,
out for them.
cooties, indeed. Cootie, booty,
I have
booties.
a reduction, and I still got nearly got one-shotted.
Cootie, dooty, booties, indeed. A cootie, dooty.
Yeah, that was painful.
Well, one interesting thing I was looking at, Leon, is Abyss. Did you see the patch note where they basically said that they were taking the Abyss enhanced entropy and making it so that the 20 points actually, so that soft points actually do apply to the radius increase for Abyss, which means that technically Abyss got even stronger, like distance wise. I'm kind of curious, like how far you can make Abyss pull in now. Abyss might be like a really strong play at this point. Because if you can put 20 points into it and get lots of plus the skills, and then it has like a radius that covers like the entire screen, and you could just suck everything into one location. I mean, that seems insane. Like, I don't know what the current suckage is, but I mean, my assumption is that it goes way higher than what we have seen. Like, because the hard points were the only things that were working for the Abyss radius before, and now the soft points are actually going to work, which means that we can get way past level 20. So if you drop 20 points into it, and then you put more points into it, like, you know, obviously you get all the soft points, you can get, like, a massive increase in the radius, whereas before it seemed like you weren't getting hardly anything.
Yeah, the radius is 12 yards.
Which is roughly Conviction Aura. I mean, that means you can 1-point wonder Abyss and 1-point wonder Enhanced Entropy. And if you have enough plus the skills in that tree, you can easily suck everything in. No, somebody died. I don't know who it is. Haha. Am I excited for the PTR? Of course. I want to test things out. I like testing things out. We haven't had a PTR in a long time. I like to test it, test it. I want to test it, test it. Come on, let's test it, test it. Yes, I like to. Yes, I want to. Come on, test it. We can do too. Gonna get you. Gonna test you. Cause we can test it, test it.
Need any juvies, Ginger?
I needed juvies when I was on my solo self-found. Where were you then? Where was you then, Snuggle Bunny?
Not there, because you didn't want anybody.
No, solo self-found is just solo self-found. That's how it works.
Yes, you're being antisocial.
I wasn't being antisocial. I was online playing with everybody else. I was in voice chat every single solo self-found. Just because you guys didn't want to hang with me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I can hop offline and test this stuff, it might actually be better. I don't know if the PTR will let me be offline, but I might be able to test the stuff offline easier. Oh Lord, here comes Mile High Dave again. Wow, 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 wow. I don't know why I opened the cow level, but I did. So it's here. Moo, moo,
We've got beef of them.
moo. Moo, 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 moo. Possess Capanium. Come on now, company. To the Eldritch Blast. Why is it always Eldritch Blast? Why? Why is it always Eldritch Blast? I can heal my mercenary with my holy bolts. You can't heal your mercenary with your holy bolts. 'Cause I got the holy bolts of healing in the bank. I got lots of holy bolts, I'm healing with the tank. I got my freaking Godzilla and he's a healing man. Stand inside my holy bolts and you can heal your hand. Holy bolts are so good, they heal you everywhere. You can aim them at your friends or put them in your hair. Oh, holy bolts, they're shooting every freaking where. Oh, holy bolts, we shoot them in your hair. Dad. I gotta think about what kind of build I want to make for next season. I don't know if it's gonna be a Warlock. It could be a Warlock. Yeah, come a little closer. Come a little closer, moo cows. I feel like shocking you all. On a bed of sweet lightning, I'm gonna lay you down in the hall. I'm gonna shoot you with some taser probes. And then you're gonna freaking all shock away. And when you're laying on the ground, I cut you up and turn you into some steak. Steak, 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 steaky steak, steak, steaky steak, 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 steaky steak, steak. What's the best?
All right.
He's back from outer space. Cause
I don't know.
Cause his mama didn't like that look on his face.
I'm still thinking you got about 2 months though before even the new season.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming up though. It's just so much.
Yeah.
We got the Titan Quest update, which is supposed to be sometime in April. I don't know when that's coming. The one that has all the summons in it. That sounds like it's gonna be fun. There's the PoE 2 new season, whenever that's gonna happen. Then there's also the Nerfs for the Wicked, apparently 1.0 update, which should be coming soon.
Diablo 4.
And then Diablo 4 with its campaign. I mean, one thing's for sure, I'm gonna hop on and have no clue what the hell I'm doing because I changed a bunch of crap. I'm gonna know what it's gonna feel like because I was keeping up like every season for a long time, and then like, you know, I was like, eh. You stop for like 2 seasons and the whole game has changed again.
Well, I mean, it's actually going to be like that for a lot of people because every class is getting all new skill trees.
Oh, so I'll just have no clue what I'm doing now.
I'm probably going to just play the Warlock, though.
I mean, it is the new class, so new thing to learn.
I'll probably end up playing Necro just like I normally do on D4.
Necro's always so disappointing to me. I played a couple good builds on the Necro, don't get me wrong, and there's been some like kind of really powerful broken seasons for the Necro, but it's just always so disappointing. Just they just don't know how to do summons properly. They really just don't. Summons are either the worst things in the world, or they just like randomly one-shot the entire screen. Like they don't they have no clue how to properly do summons at all. In D2, no, there's no new skill trees in D2. You must have missed the part where we were talking about Diablo 4. For those of us saps who paid $40 for the expansion because they put the paladin in there and then we found out it was the crusader, us saps are probably going to try and get our $40 worth and go back and at least play the campaign.
I mean, for
That's
you,
really the
it's
only
worth it
thing
just to review it.
D4.
You need to review it, get your word out, get your opinion out.
I got more than D4 $40 than $40 on PoE 2.
That's weird.
You mean you like D4 more than you like PoE 2? Man. Okay. PoE 2 is not $40, it's $30.
I just wish they'd do something about the melee and PoE 2.
I mean, the latest patch did. Have you played the latest patch with the druid?
No.
The druid's probably
It's
the best
amazing.
melee character they've made so far. Very, very good melee character. The best melee character they have made, hands down, up to this point. Feels really good. And I don't just mean like warrior style melee where you spam a bunch of AoE skills and the monsters die with big giant explosions because you're slamming the ground 10,000 times. Although they did also do that. There's actually a melee spec, it's the werewolf spec, and it literally feels like a melee character, functions like a melee character, and it's very fun and rewarding to play as a melee character.
Oh yeah, I played that season. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first melee character they really made in PoE 2 that actually functions well. Buddy sounds like Badger from Breaking Bad. What the hell?
Yep.
Who sounds like Badger from Breaking Bad?
Probably me.
Eastern Worldstone Shard. Yeah, I was surprised when I did my solo self-found run how much I was seeing the shards drop. I had a bunch of shards by the end. It was a lot of shards.
Not anymore.
Why not?
Now you go by players one.
Good day.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, they made it so that the same drop rate for P1 as P8. I just meant to say, like, I was playing, I never did Terror Zones, like, at all. And I had a lot of them drop. Someone posted a pic from the 1.07 LOD strategy guide, and BOTD was like 100% ED with +2 light radius. Yeah, those strategy guides, man. Prima strategy guides. They used to be a whole thing. I remember. Those things were never accurate. That was one of the first things you learned as a gamer. Those things were accurate on, like, maybe, if you were lucky, maybe day one when the game came out. And then, like, all it took was, like, a couple patches and they were, like, almost completely out of date. It's silly how out of date they are now.
Ooh.
I think there might be a loophole in there. Their aura change. An odd one. We draw the ire. The ire is drawn. What's up, CNAG? How's it going? Welcome to the fun zone where we talk about the Warlock getting nerfed. I can't lie. Overall, the patch is a good patch. It's a good patch. We knew it was coming. We knew the Warlock was getting nerfed. We knew the Warlock was getting nerfed. Some of the stuff they did wasn't even nerfs. There were several buffs in there.
Ooh.
Several buffums.
We'll group up.
I'm looking. Speeding around like a demon. Don't tell me what to do. Speeding around like a demon just for you. I don't know where. Oh, there he is. What's up, Herald of Fear? Ooh, a unique amulets. Please don't be Nozakinoka's and Relic. Please don't be Noka's and Relic.
Can't say.
Okay. Alright. I haven't
was.
seen that one in a little while.
No.
Saracen's Chance. That's the Iron Maiden.
And it's a stat stick. Yeah.
Oh, it's the Iron Maiden one. With the all res.
Yeah.
Actually hadn't found that one this season. That was the first time I found that one. Into the towers of the Guild of the Condos. Did you see my my short where I got murdered? Snuggle Bunny? In the
Yeah.
Countess, I got absolutely murdered.
We got a nice little bonus the other day. I was helping somebody kill a declone because it had spawned on top of the countess. And I was given a life tap one, so the paladin is now my premier declone killer.
The pincushion. I was a pincushion. That is an accurate description. How do you get wolves in PoE2 with a witch? Well, I mean, first off, what you need to understand is like there's no such thing as like a class in Path of Exile 2. Like the only thing that the class does is it just chooses your ascendancy. That's it. So as long as that particular ability is not specifically part of an ascendancy, like that little demon pet that you can get in like the one ascendancy for the witch or whatever, like the lich, or like unless it's a specific ascendancy based ability, it is available to anybody. Like all you got to do is just get it. Like there's actually a couple different ways you can have wolves in the PoE2. Like first one is you get the hyenas with that one weapon. So if you wear the talisman that gives you the hyenas, that one's actually a specific talisman that you equip, and you get the hyenas for equipping it. There's a spirit gem that gives you the wolves, so you equip the spirit gem, and that one actually lets you summon the wolves. And then there's also the pounce wolves, which are specific to marking targets and then killing them, causing the pounce wolves to appear. Those pounce wolves are a separate form of wolves of all of the wolves. You can have basically all of the wolves if you want to. One thing that you need to know, though, is that the wolves are not summons. They're companions. Companions are different than wolves, or than regular summons. So, if you, I don't know if you've messed around with any of the companion stuff, but the companions are basically those, when they had the Huntress update, and they released those ones that you could, like, tame a demon or whatever, and you could like have the demon follow you around. That's technically a companion, and you can only have one companion unless you upgrade your number of companions. So you gotta actually upgrade the companion total if you want more than just the wolves. But there's like 3 different ways you can get wolves. Legolas pincers? Oh, some trangs just dropped. Oh no, those aren't trangs. I thought it was heavy bracers. Heavy gloves. No, Sanders. I saw heavy and immediately thought bracer. I was trying to will them into being. Will them into being with my mind. With my mind. Spank me, mommy. Who the hell is that? The crackedest of grimoires. A grimoire so cracked. It looks like the back of your mama. A Grand Canyon of crack. Die. Should we die? Super die. A superior man catcher.
Impossible.
A man catcher. Two socket man catcher. It's terrible. Non-S. Two socket. It's not good. It's very not bad. Not good. Rude. Why does she always give me trash? I farmed her for so long.
You gave me an S rune earlier, and that was generous.
When I was doing the solo self-found run, and the highest she gave me was a co rune. Out of like, I don't even know how many runs it was. It was a lot of runs. That was the highest she gave me, was a co. One co to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. I tickle your toes, oh no! Tickles. I'll tickle your feet. Oh no, tickle on your feet, Cody. He's like, you better quit it. He's like, I'll fuck you up. I'm gonna give you tail. And I was going, yank it, give me this tail. He said, feels good. Just been rewatching some of your old videos on D2R, mainly the one on attack rating. Did they ever fix the Amazon skills and blessed aim? Yes. That was, what was that, 2.6 or something? There was like a patch where they went over the Amazon skills and they fixed the way that attack rating applied to Amazon skills, yes. I can't remember the exact version. But yes, they did eventually fix the Amazon attack rating problem. And it's actually really good. It actually is really good. Who wants a you want a Nosferatu's coil?
Ethereal, of course.
With one durability left.
Your meanie.
With one durability. Apparently I used it till
Luckily,
it almost
my Amazon's
broke.
got one already.
I wish I had a chinchilla to tickle right now. I'm so pissed at the game. Why are you pissed at the game? And why would you tickle one of my chinchillas? That seems like a rude thing to do. They didn't do nothing to you. And they don't like to be tickled. Actually, I don't know whether they like to be tickled. I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. But they're not going to show it on their face. They're not letting you know. Taint, lock. Just digging through all the patches. Yeah, there's a lot of information.
Good evening.
And there is a lot of information. That's definitely one of the things about this game that, man, if you stop playing for a little while, there definitely were a lot of changes. Sometimes people come back and they're like, oh man, I'm just coming back, you know, from a break, and
I haven't played in a while. Like, oh yeah, what's the last time you played? It was like, well, last time I played, there were no synergies in the game, and I'm like, well, you might want to sit down because we're gonna have a conversation here. It's gonna take a while.
Whoa.
I mean, Echoing Strike got nerfed. The rest of the characters like still the same. I mean, yeah. I don't really think the Warlock is in a bad place. I don't think it was in a bad place with Echoing Strike. I did think that Echoing Strike needed to be adjusted a bit, but you know. But they decided to 6-punch it. Like, what was that scene in Evil Dead, the Army of Darkness, where he gets punched from like all sides at the same time? You remember, like, he was like doing thing with his hands to like block the eye pokes or whatever, and then he laughs at them, and then there's like 6 hands come from 6 different directions and poke him in the eyes. Yeah, that's basically what happened to Echoing Strike. Echoing Strike was like, ah, you can't get me, and then like the freaking 6 hands come in and poke it with like 6 different nerfs. In the arms of a poking, we're not sure that you deserve any of this love. I don't think. My main issue with them nerfing, I don't think so. My main issue with them nerfing Echoing Strike is just that they have basically made it objectively one of the worst abilities. Like, they didn't need to go that far. Like, it is now objectively one of the worst abilities I've ever seen in time and space. I can't think of a single reason why you would use that over any other ability. Ever. Like, ever. I don't know why you would use that ever. Whereas before, it had some interesting things, like the ethereal, being able to like not burn durability on ethereal items was pretty huge. That made it fun. It was fun. It was a fun one. Yes, a fun. Ogre Maul of the Poops. A balanced knife of the poops. A Luna of the poops. Let's check the Ogre Mole. It's actually not terrible. I mean, well, yeah, it is. It is for the level. For the level that it is, it's actually really terrible. It's not bad if it were a lower level item. But it is not a lower level item. It is a higher level item. What are people gonna do with their F Fortitude Thunder Balls?
Those are going in the bargain bin for blade set.
Those are going in the trash, basically.
Just everything's bargain bin.
Who knows what the final result of the changes will be? I mean, yeah, we need to get into the PTR, sure, but like anybody can look at the 6-fold nerf. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6-fold nerf on Echoing Strike and be like, oh, yeah, this is probably going to do crap damage now.
But everyone acts like there's some kind of dialogue with the developers. I haven't seen it. I haven't even seen the developers. I saw the developers come out of the hole one time. It was for an advertisement. where are the developers? Like, if there's a conversation between
Leon,
community and
Leon.
developers.
Developer. Okay, not developers.
Oh, sorry,
Developer.
the one guy.
The one guy. Where's the one guy at?
I would take that argument if we could talk to the one guy making the change. You know, like, hey, dude, we don't think this change is good. And he'd be like, okay, let's talk about it. But no, it's just, these are the changes you got, bro.
Ba, 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 ba.
Where's our D2R campfires? Where's
K-
our
k-
Q&As?
Yeah, where's our campfire chat? That died real quick as soon as Diablo 4 came out, didn't it? They were like, Diablo 4 campfires, come on down. They stopped even mentioning Diablo 2 in the campfires. Like, they went from D2 campfires to D4 campfires, and then they would, like, maybe have some D2 information at the end of the campfire. And then it just phased out entirely. There was no more information for D2 in the campfires, like, after that point. They wouldn't even tell us when the season was starting or anything, which was crazy because they were still letting us know the season starts for, like, Diablo Immortal and Diablo 3.
And apparently they were told how powerful things like Echo and Strike was, and they just ignored it. So even if they did talk to us, would they even listen?
It was probably deliberate. They knew what they were doing. They just wanted to build hype. Unfortunately, and I understand what they're doing. Yeah, sorry. The problem with what they're doing is that they're creating a situation where people are upset. You deliberately release something broken, which they did with the Crusader in Diablo 4, and then people get excited, and then you nerf it, and then later on people get upset because you nerfed it. But like, that's just how they do things. Like, I don't think anybody really thinks that they just released it in a broken state. No, they deliberately did that.
And those people should never buy a game based on character power, though. That's crazy. I mean, I understand if that's why they bought it, but that's just crazy to me. It's like, I bought this game because the Warlock was overpowered. Now it's not. I want a refund.
I mean,
there
are people that just want, like, ridiculously overpowered characters, and that's just what we want to do. It's like when I was a kid, and I used to just, like, turn on in every cheat code. I mean, if that's what they want to do, like, go offline on single player, download Hero Editor, make yourself a god tier character, and just run around and murder everything. Like, just go activate your cheat codes.
Do all these people play on solo players 8? Because all these people are like, oh, I'm glad I only made this one build. It's like players 1, you could kill pretty much anything. Like, are you playing on players 8?
Yeah, you leveled.
Everyone just runs around offline.
I mean, I start to think that I'm like the only one that really does P8 runs. Like P8 Ubers and whatnot, like to actually tried P8 Uber solo in, like, you know, situations. Most people have never actually done P8 Ubers, and it shows. Because they have no clue what's going on when I'm doing P8 Ubers. They're like, just do this, man, it's easy. Like, just go check out this build real quick. And I'm like, dude, my freaking build's like 10 times better than that build. Like, do you know the Muffin Man? Because apparently you don't know the Muffin Man, and that shows. It shows you don't know the Muffin Man. He's coming for your cheeks. Wah, 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 wah,
I'm like running through all the builds in my head, trying to figure out like what build I'd want to do for next season. I mean, Warlock's still on the table. I feel like I've explored a lot of Warlock builds though. Although Taint Lock does seem like it's gonna be nutty. And then I get to sing the Taint song and piss off Chunks the whole time.
Taintlock's gonna be insane.
Tainty, taint, taint, tainty, tainty, taint, taint, taint. Y'all are disgusting. Where you at, Chunks? We need you to come back and yell at us.
Have Chunks with one of his Chunks characters and 7 Taint characters.
Taint, 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 tainty, taint, taint, tainty, tainty, taint, taint, taint.
Casually have 3 taints with 26,000 fireballs. Eviction murder. Everything's getting murdered. And if you feel like it, you can cast some blood boils for the elite. If you feel like it.
Which one's Northern Guard?
The North.
Ah, the pit.
So Western is Act 1. Eastern is, you know, East, always East, so it's Act 2. And then when you get to Act 3, it's, what is it?
Nice.
Southern, I think.
Okay.
Southern, and then Act 4 is the deep, because it's under the ground. And then Act 5 is in the north. And it makes sense if you think about it, like if you look at the map or whatever.
It's geography based, okay? We need to show you a map, okay? It's not that confusing. Have you gone and looked at the map ever?
Map, 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 map. What if Dora the Explorer just started, like, saying, like, Latin America expletives? Ooh, a ring.
Yeah.
Not eligible for Chronicle, so it's something that I've already found for either one of us. It's a Ravenfrost. Oh, nice. It's a 191
Nice.
Raven.
That is nice.
You need a Raven?
You could definitely use it, yeah. Like you said.
Do you need a Raven? Do you need a Raven freaking Frost? Do you need a Raven? I saw the aura, but I didn't see the herald. What the hell?
We down here then?
No, he's here somewhere. He's got to be around the corner or something.
Oh, here.
Uh-oh, fanaticism concentration. Disgusting. Ow, 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 ow.
And archers.
Ow, 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 ow. Merc's dead.
Wow.
I'm dead.
What?
They hit hard. They hit really hard.
I have 26% physical damage reduction, and that hurt.
They hit really hard.
Right, so I shall get my Shadow Warrior back up. My level 22 Shadow Warrior was croaked by him as well.
Gotta pull them away from that aura.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, they were outside the radius of my focus shadows.
Man, they got some HP on them.
H.
They got the H'est of P's. Got you down here, Mr. Herald of the Doom, and I don't really care if you got the room. Oh, a fanged knife. Wow.
I wonder what that could possibly be, he says.
It's a 276 Flesh Ripper. What's the percentage on yours?
217, but mine's already socketed.
276.
Time to grab a new socket quest, I think.
276.
Yeah. That was evil.
276 is nice. What does it go up to? 280, I think?
I think so, yeah. It's nearly max. At least they gave us something decent considering how dangerous that thing was.
I died. I died and I did. I did it. Did.
Oof.
5%,
Oh,
11.
that is nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Good, 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 goody, good, 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 good.
I have an apple. I have a pen.
That was fun.
It's funny. My nephew's learning like internet memes and stuff from way back then. I guess they put it in Fortnite.
Dude, freaking Counter-Strike days, we used to spray them on the walls. You could hit the spray button and you could load custom images in, and we would just load memes into the images.
Nice.
You could just I can hear the sound effect in my head. And then you just have like a meme on the wall.
Or a naked chick.
Or some dude's ugly butthole. I mean, some people were trolls. They get banned from the servers though. Right, rightfully so. Banned. There was actually a picture going around for a while that they would spray on the wall that wasn't like sexual, but it was disgusting. It was a picture of some dude getting his head blown,
Oh, nice.
like with a sniper rifle, like his head just like in pieces on the ground like a cantaloupe. They used to just spray that on the walls all over the place. It's disgusting. So disrespectful to the person who died. Okay, do you have any snacks for me? Because I need some snacks. Yeah, I need you to go like pick some up from the store. Can you go get me like, I want you to get me some Doritos, okay? I need some Cool Ranch, all right? Give me some beef sticks, all right? And I'm gonna need a couple monsters. Actually, you know what? Some Red Bulls, and why are you walking away? I was gonna give you $10 to get yourself some stuff too. You can get whatever you want. How about that? You go pick up my stuff and you get $10 and you go pick up what you want. You want some dog biscuits or whatever you want to get. How that sound? I'll give you the keys here. Here are the keys. All right, you take these with you. Go ahead, just drive the car down there and just get what you want. Okay, just gotta get what you want. Here, let me. I'll put it on you like this. Here you go. There you go. Now the keys are on you. Dang, yeah, Bojangle. There you go.
Got some stuff in town.
He said, no, he said, I can't drive, and I don't got a license. He said, I don't know how to use money. He said, what do I gotta do? What if I gotta get change? I can't. Do I eat the coins? They're delicious. All right, how about I just do a pick up and go? Okay, and I'll pay for it and order it, and you gotta worry about nothing. All you gotta do is go get it and bring it back. How about that?
Full of money.
He said, I'm gonna lick you to death. How about that, mister? I'm gonna lick you all up. Lick you everything. Okay. You loves me? Do you gotta go pepper-do? You gotta go pepper-do? Alright, go to the monster dog. Has to go pepper-do. I'll be right back. The peepos dude-os, boy.
Ouch. Ouch. That was painful.
It's all your fault.
I didn't expect my asthma to get hit. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. That came out of left field for me. I was like, what? Why? Where? Yes.
I knew they were going to fix all the bugs around the miasma bolt and chains, but I didn't know they were going to, on top of the bug fixes, actually apply numerous nerfs.
Numerous nerfs. I guess I can kind of understand the nerfs from a specific viewpoint, and that is that it was better than Bone Spear. Like, and Bone Spear is another magic build. Like, maybe they're trying to bring it more in line with Bone Spear, but if that's the case, please don't. Bone Spear sucks. Like, Bone Spear is currently not an amazing build for the Necromancer. It's kind of a slow-ish. It works, like, kinda. Like, it's really more of like a PvP build than anything else. It's, yeah, I don't know.
It's a P1 build. It's not anything more than that.
Well, even then, like, it doesn't even function properly, like, outside of Players 1. Outside of, like, having Corpse Explosion. Like, you literally just use the Bone Spear to use the Corpse Explosions. Like, that's the whole entire goal. Like, you basically just kill one monster, or two monsters or whatever, and then you Corpse Explode them and start a chain. It's just a CE build, is really all it is. And it struggles with bosses because it's magic damage, and all the bosses have magic resistance. Especially the Ubers, which have like 50 to 75% magic resistance. And the Colossal Ancients, which got upgraded to 75% magic resistance from 50. So, like, if they're trying to bring it down in line with Bone Spear, like, it's not a good idea. Bone Spear is not a well set up skill. Synergy requirements are ridiculous. Even maxed out, it's just not the most amazing thing out there. It really is not.
Like, part of me even wants to, like, to build it with all the negative resistance and the plus magic skill damage just to see. But then I remember that, like, how bad it is, and I don't really think that even those bonuses are really going to make much of a difference. I'm like, oh, yeah, though, yeah, you could do the, yeah, you could, but, yeah, I don't know why you would, but you could, yeah. You could,
I mean, you could easily
Oh,
test
nice.
it once you haven't figured out how to get the items yet offline.
No, I'll have to. I'm gonna have to do that too because I need to update the item pack with the new items. I think I might know a way, maybe.
Thought I saw a video that you can copy like your online characters to offline. I don't know how it works though.
Well, from what I understand, the D2R Rune Wizard Hero Editor works. Maybe I can export items to files using that.
It's small.
Hit spawn foul dog, come on down, he's a hog. Hit spawn foul dog, come on down, he's a hog. I didn't expect them to nerf consume. That was kind of interesting. They nerfed it 2 different ways. The first thing they nerfed was obviously the movement speed in different difficulties, so it's like much lower in normal than it is in Nightmare, and then Hell has the highest. But then they also nerfed it by essentially making it so it would be much more difficult to get super uniques, and most of the really good buffs that you can get come from super uniques. So you need level 20 Bind Demon hard points to be able to grab a super unique and get any of those consume buffs.
And with the difficulty they made for getting demons, and consume is like going to go way by the wayside.
I mean, technically, I think consume is going to be more useful because you're probably gonna end up using it more than the Bind Demon.
You're choosing between one or the other at this point. Very rarely will you have both because you're not going to really be able to get 3 demons on most builds.
A glorious axe. 1 socket. No. No. I was trying to think like what the best setup for this build, the taint would be. I think it's self-wheeled infinity. I think it ends up being self-wheeled infinity if you want to do the taint. I don't know. If the negative resistance doesn't apply to the minions, which I don't think it does, then you need conviction and you need lower resistance, one or the other. I mean, you could also do an infinity on your merc, and then you could do the like plague sword or whatever, or plague whatever.
I need a key.
I mean, that's a lot of plus the skills. That's like plus 10 skills.
Yeah, but I don't think you're
Actually,
gonna be.
the book.
I
It's
don't
plus
think
5.
you're gonna be worried about damage. I think you need to worry about resistances. I think that's the main issue. At 26,000 damage, I don't think the damage is the issue. Especially since it's 26,000 damage times 3. When does the update come out? I mean, we're still in the PTR. T-Bex. PTR, public test round. It's on the 14th. So we're not even in the PTR yet, technically. So when the update comes out, I don't know. I mean, the normal cycle is public test realm launches. Usually it stays up for like about a week or 2. At which point they get feedback. Once they get feedback, then they, you know, make their changes at that point after the feedback. Sometimes they make adjustments. Most of the time they don't. So, like, hey, this is stupid. Well, we're going with it anyway. It's like, okay, well.
Lawless diamonds.
This
Block.
game has got me full of money. Can't
Money,
carry
money,
anymore.
money, 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 money in the bank. A damaged cask. I thought it was a caduceus for a second. I got excited. It wasn't a caduceus. My excitement went away.
14,000 damage on the bow.
14,000.
Yep. Spelled this. It's ridiculous.
I have no clue what my damage is.
Ooh,
Catacombs level 2. Doom, 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 doom.
I'm coming.
I'm on my way to. I'm coming down, yeah. The catacombs level 2. Let's go, Leon Lulo.
Oh, where's that?
The Leon locks.
Where
That
is
just
he
makes
at?
That just makes me think of the Robin Hood movie where they called him Loxley.
Yep.
You should make a all physical Leon Locks. Leon Loxley.
What's this guy have? Everything just gets one tap. We need more players in here. I need to test players in it.
Players 8. How much do you say you're doing per hit? I'm doing 17k right now with this character. Plus the holy
Well,
bolts.
It's 14k top end on mirror blades. So you times it by 5, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless they add a next hit delay to it, so it can only hit one at a time.
We got a Horizons tornado.
Yeah.
Drop that on the ground. Someone want that.
I got the Herald.
Got him.
You found him. Where is he?
Other end.
Oh, right, Spank.
Yes.
See you later, bozo. Yeah, I don't know why you play echoing when you could just do this. Unnerfed.
I mean, Hexbane was always the better option. I said it since day one. Hexbane is amazing. Hey guys, look, Hexbane is amazing. Hey, look, guys, look at this amazing ability called Hexbane. Like, guys, what? Everybody would come in. What's the best ability on the Warlock? Oh, it's Hexbane. Why is Hexbane the best ability on the Warlock? Because of this reason. Like, and then the people then they would go back to playing their physical Echoing Strike character. I mean, technically, you can still play Echoing Strike. You just use Hexbane.
Yep.
It changes a little bit. You go for more plus to skills to get more magic damage, and like in general, it's not like a huge change, but
So I gotta go get a map.
yes, Codiferous Abiferous. This is Codiff. He is the Cubus. He is the biggest monster dog. And he has a big old monster. He is a big old monster dog.
Eastern, Act 2. What's up, champions? What's up, Boogie? You just want some loving, son. We already took you outside, so I know you don't gotta go pepper-doo. But you just want some lovins. Are you lonelums? You got the lonelums? You got the heckin' lones? He's a heckin' lonelums. He said, yeah, the heckin' lonelums. Yeah, this a lonelums boy. Alright, he needs everybody in chat to say hello to him, because he's a lonely boy, and he needs to feel the love. Cody the monster dog needs to feel the love. He needs it now. Send your prayers and hopes. Cody the monster dog needs to refill. Why are you sniffing my beard? Beard sniffer. I gave him some black-eyed peas. I hope he has gas. Well, dang. Alright. Maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe he's got a toot. A rare glorious axe? What? I gotta check that. Hold on. Did you see my ridiculous solo self-found bow I found? With the ridiculous attack rating on it? It was like something like 1800 or like 1900 attack rating.
Oh, see you later, Andy.
She got wrecked.
Was that Andariel? Did I say?
Toxic green cartoon fart cloud. Man. Not one of those.
Such a beautiful bow.
Have you guys ever seen the bugged Andariel fire? Like, does not care about your HP, does not care about how much you have. Like, it will rip you to shreds. This bugged Andariel fire back here has been bugged ever since, like, Classic. And it just rips your HP down. It's not regular fire. Like, if you go into the, you know, like, River of Flame or whatever, and you stand in the fire, it's like, oh, okay, that tickles a little bit. You stand in this fire, and it just, like, drops your HP like crazy for some reason. I don't know why. The bugged Andariel fire is always, like, hellacious. Touch it at your own peril. To give you an idea of, like, the difference between them here, let me go to Act 4 real quick in the River of Flame. Look, this is regular fire. Look. It's not even hurting me, look. Okay. It's like 5 damage. Like whatever, right? Look how slow it is. It would take forever for it to kill me. This is regular fire. Okay. And then let's go take a look at the Andariel fire again. And compare the difference between the Andariel fire and the River Flames fire. Can't stand in that one. It's got stuff in the way. Hold on. Not only does it tick faster, it also just takes away way more HP. Freaking bugged Andariel fire is crazy. I've had quite a few characters almost die because of that stupid fire. Alright, are we popping the next one, I guess? Do we? Oh, somebody already popped it? Okay. In the sewers. Where you can meet your fellow skeleton in the sewers. Dude, 1 to 2 heralds per terror zone is gonna be crazy. I really do feel bad for all the melee builds that are just gonna get absolutely wrecked by Thorns.
Listen, they were too strong, okay?
I feel like I want to make something tanky. That actually, you know what, that's actually like a real legitimate thing. I think something tanky might actually be a good play for next season.
Ooh.
With the sheer number of heralds that we're gonna see, like, we need something that can take the brute, you know, the damage, and something that can essentially avoid it entirely, and also not get killed by the thorns. So, like, what can we make that's, like, super tanky, that doesn't necessarily have the problems? I mean, Vengeance Pally is really elemental, but there is a rather high physical there. I don't know if the Vengeance Pally could avoid killing itself. Because technically you do have to build large amounts of physical to make the Vengeance Pally work. Holy Freeze Paladin is a very tanky boy. I mean, that slows target combined with the Holy Shield definitely works out quite well for Holy Freeze.
When in doubt, crushing blow.
I'm running around level 2 murdering everything. I mean, defense is one thing. I mean, yeah, having high defense would be interesting. The goal is that you want a tanky character that can also actually kill things, though, which is not always easy.
I've been debating doing a double swing barb.
Double swing has double throw, so you can always bypass thorns with double throw. We talked about that the other day with Elemist. I mean, there's a lot of good options. I mean, theoretically, summon characters, as long as your summons don't die, could also be relatively powerful. I mean, summons are tanky. You don't have to be tanky, technically. The summons are tanky. Is there a limit to how much monster can be slowed? Yes, and there's specific rules on it as well. I tried to set up like an ultimate slowing character at some point, and it's a lot more difficult than it seems because the slows all have to come from the same source.
Ooh, another herald.
You draw the eye of a herald. You draw the ire of your mama.
I mean, couldn't we just paint it instead? Have to draw it all the time. Oh, here we go, cursed again.
I was watching a movie and they were talking about how the meaning of things like gets lost in translation over the years, and people just don't understand what the hell they're even doing anymore, and they just do it anyway out of like habit. And he's like every time you buy a car, he's like, you take a lemon and you drive your car over the lemon so that it won't be a lemon. And they're like, yes, that's what my father told me. This is an Indian movie. And so they're like, yes, we put a lemon under the wheel. And he's like, do you even know why they do that? And they're like, because it's good luck. And it's like, no, that's not why they do that. It's originally they did it because the horses would get these parasites in their hooves, and the parasites would cause them great pain. And so they would make the horses step on the lemons, causing the lemon juice to go inside of the wound, which would cause great pain to the parasites and basically kill them. And so they would make their horses step on lemons specifically to force the juice up into the hoof, and the tradition carried on to the cars, and it has absolutely no benefit to the cars whatsoever because the cars don't get parasites. And like sometimes with things like the draw, like in this particular case, draw is being used, I think, as an old colloquialism of drawing from a well, right? You're drawing the ire, you're drawing it from a well. It's a term that we don't really use anymore. We don't really use drawing from a well anymore because we don't really have wells anymore, right? It's like it's a term that just kind of fell by the wayside, and we don't really use it. We use draw for other purposes, like drawing caricatures and cartoons. We use it for that. Would it going with blind work with that herald? Keeps them from ranged attacks. I don't believe you can blind elite monsters, so no. I'm pretty sure elites are immune to blinding. That was really weird. He landed in the air, and then after he landed in the air, he took off in the air. It's a champion vulture, too. And he's just flying around. Come down here so I can punch you. Thank you. Oh, we got one in, we got a bigger one in Rocky Waste.
We're coming.
He's like it's a bird. Yeah, it's a bird. He's going down like a sack of bricks.
See you
Goodbye.
later, bro.
Goodbye, buddy.
They don't have many hit points, do they?
We got some tranks, gloves. Anybody need some faster cast?
They have a lot of hit points. They just can't handle our hit damage.
That's
Oh,
about like
yeah.
the seagull pancakes we get down here on the Gulf Coast. It just went splat.
Well, I mean, I have negative 69% enemy lightning resist too, so and static field. Like it's actually kind of a crazy build because with the level 13 static field, I almost instantly bring them down to half, and then I do massive amounts of damage per hit. I don't even know. Like, it's just a really solid build all around for killing heralds. Suburbs. I feel like the enchant bow sorceress got a lot stronger this season. I know nobody's playing it, but I mean, if you think about it from a certain perspective, you don't have to use Flickering Flame anymore. You can use the new Hellwarden's Will, which has +1 skills on it. It also has attack speed, which doesn't require you to utilize the 20% IAS gloves anymore to hit the maximum breakpoint. You also generally put a facet in the bow, which was what you were supposed to do. Now you got the Guardian facet that has the -10 on it. The Sunder has -10 on it now too, if you want to grab that, which enhances it even further. And then if you go with the Hellwardens instead of the normal choice, which is the Flickering Flame, you can now put a facet in that as well. So, like, you go from one facet and a Flickering with 20% IAS gloves to Mage Fists that give +1 fire skills, +1 skills on the helmet, which is also really good, and then you end up with the Guardian and another facet, which is just way stronger. Then the Fire Sunder itself also comes with negative res. I think by the time you're done, the enchant source is way more powerful than it was before. Enchant source could be a really interesting choice for next season. I mean, then the faster cast on the Hellwardens too is just, that's mint. And then I would assume that at max level, once you get all your gear, you would probably go for chains. That way you get the +2 skills and the resistances. Or you could maybe even just go with a 4-socket armor with like tons of negative res. Might also be like just absolutely crazy. I still haven't really set up like a fire bowlock either. I think the fire bowlock might be pretty OP.
Yeah, I mean the lock Zon is the best Zon.
Well, I mean, specifically, like I think if you go with like full fire damage, you can still use the hex in there because you probably want it for the negative defense and the attack rating and all the other stuff anyway. I'm not sure if you go full synergy on it, but like specifically build around the fire portion and then have hex for the the additional. Still ends up being sort of like a hex build, but I think the fire could be really interesting with the 5 attacks all exploding at the same time. Could be really interesting to see how much damage you could pull out of that.
But you lost your conviction, man. You gotta get the infinity now.
Infinity. To infinity and beyond. Bum, 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 bum. Ow, he whipping me.
Sounds curious.
Whipping, whipping, whipping me. Why you gotta be whipping and whipping, whipping me? Don't be whipping, whipping me. I think it could be fun to try and set up the proc lock, like the procazon with the warlock instead. Like try and do essentially what I did with the procazon, but just with the bow warlock, and just set up like all of the procs and just have fun with it. I mean, Brandbow's pretty OP. I think that's like the best choice for the proc bow anyway.
Balls is over here.
Rune. Monster Shrine.
It's too funny.
He's just instant dead.
Nice patch notes, Blizzard.
Oh, hello, big giant monster pack. Goodbye. You're the weakest link. I don't even really have to do anything. Most of these monsters just die from the pulse damage. One of the benefits of running the native Holy Fruit of Shock instead of the dreams is I get the full negative res applied to every single pulse. It's beautiful. I'm pretty sure my pulse just does way more damage in general than the dreams. What am I currently at? I'm at like almost 4k pulse, but with negative 69% resistance, which means they're probably in the negatives, most of the monsters. One socket ward shield. I would like to try a Rancor summon. Unfortunately, the Tainted don't work with Rancor, it looks like. Doesn't seem like they do anyway. I guess that's something that could be tested. Goodbye, Leon. I leave you behind from charging. What's up, Yankee52? Thank you for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Have the heralds always been demons and undead, or do they often spawn as beasts? I can't remember. I've seen insect ones. Yeah, like the beetle. The beetle one rolls sometimes. Yeah.
Thorn guy and everything.
So maybe maybe Holy Bolt might not be the best choice for if they can all be beast heralds. Beastie boys gonna make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. Did we go south yet? We didn't go south yet, did we? Banana says, oh, he's dead. Poor guy. Guys, Warlock is the OP one, okay? Don't look at my Godzilla, alright? Don't pay attention to him at all.
No, of course not.
I literally only made this guy because everybody was like, oh, the Warlock is so overpowered. I was like, okay, let me make a character that's not the Warlock and still overpowered. Wait a minute. Still super overpowered.
You can do it with every class.
Yeah, there is at least one. I'm being very like underappreciative of some of the builds right now. There's at least one build on every single character that can do the same thing the Warlock is doing. Like I don't. They're not special, guys.
Actually, I think Druid might be the only exception, but it'd be very close.
Druid has really strong builds. Really strong.
I mean, maybe the Hurricane Druid. I mean, the melee builds are strong, and you can definitely do like some really interesting proc builds. The proc builds are strong. I don't know if they're like P8 level strong though.
Oh yeah. Well, my Fireclaw Druid is easily P8 and Armageddon spam. Like it just deletes packs easily.
Yeah.
And it got stronger.
There's a couple builds, I think. The proc builds are definitely really fun if you've never done the Druid proc builds. Oh, Blanche Mace. Sure Shell Frost, I think. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. It's one that like you can basically spam frozen orbs. Half the time I pick it up and just spam frozen orbs until the charges are gone. Look guys, I'm a sorceress. I would say Barb is left behind. Can handle P8. I mean, there are builds on the Barbarian that can handle the game. You just have to forgo, you know, like your ridiculous number of points and find item and like find potion and all that other crazy stuff. Like I've done it. Like my Thor build works just fine in P8. But then again, he uses 2 Crescent Moons. He has Static Field. He has tons of lightning damage. He bypasses physicals. He has huge amounts of negative res. Like, by the time it's all said and done, I mean, he's not even really that expensive of a character unless you go for Griffins. I didn't even go for Griffins on mine. Theoretically, that character got way stronger this season too, because the amount of negative res that he can pull out of his butthole at this point has gotten way crazier. I mean, if you throw on a Griffins with a Guardians and then you freaking use the new Lightning Thunder with the negative res on it, I mean, you're in a whole new ballpark now. Like the amount of negative res that you can get, and also plus skill damage too, which is actually kind of crazy as well. I don't know. Mr. Thor, the Lightning Barbarian, might make a comeback for next season. Who knows?
TP, please.
TP for my
He came
bunghole.
before he conquered.
TP for my bunghole. TP for my butt. TP for my bunghole. TP tell you what. Up in the air immediately, and I can't attack them, no. Cause they ran away and they said, you can't catch me, yo. Flying in the air and you can't get me. Not coming down and you're not getting me. Ooh, a white Archon. +1 meteor, +1 teleport, +1 lightning. Okay. Yibbity bibbity bop. Bippity boppity boo. The mouse ran up the poo. What's up, Beetle Burst? Die, Beetle Burst. You was immune to lightning, won't you? And you dead because you suck ball sacks. Deed, deed, deed. 20% IAS. Magic fight, 2 resistances. They're okay, I guess. Oh, maggot layer. The maggot layer, the layer, the maggot. The layer of the maggot beetles. So come on down, immune to lightning. Whenever I kill lightning immune beetles and stuff like that as a Godzilla, I'm always like, Uno reverse card. You're immune to lightning? Oh well, not anymore. Uno reverse card. Now you're weak to lightning. Wait, what? Feel what it's like to suffer. So many beetles in this place. So many beetles down here. it's just time to like revisit the freezing arrow Amazon actually. I mean, if you think about it, the extra negative res. Like, can you imagine the freaking
Impossible.
the negative 35 freaking bow with the new jewel in it? So negative 10. So what does that go for? Negative 45 basically on the new bow. It's like insane. And the crazy thing is the Wisdom Draw, like, it was always a really good one, but with that freaking jewel in there, it's a negative 45%. Could be insane these days. And then if I get a charm that has negative cold res on it as well. I mean, how much negative cold res could I pull out exactly? I mean, I think I use the 2-socket Crown of Ages, so that's 5/5, that's 10. And then 45 on the bow, so that's freaking 55. The charm could also have 10, so that's 65.
Could do a faceted chest for 85.
Yeah, the freaking freezing arrows on might be just like lit now. Like between the charm and the jewel. Like, I don't know.
The charm is actually really 15 because it starts at -5, right? So it's really 15, not just 10.
What do you mean?
Like a Sunder brings it to 95. So you already have -5 built in technically. Like you're starting.
So any immune monster is brought down by 5, yeah, or down 5 below 100, yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually a little more if you calculate that 5 in.
I need a key.
I mean,
It's locked.
I could go take a look at my freezing arrows on, see what her damage is right now, and then calculate from there.
Junior's plan is to destroy all the heralds so the bards can't go through them.
I mean, if the heralds are as common as they say, I don't think it matters.
I know, I'm just. Anytime you can make barbarians angry, I'm on board.
Bone snap, non-ethereal. I mean, I like freezing builds. I don't give 2 craps. I know it destroys the corpses, but I love freezing builds. It's so satisfying. You can't tell me when you played the freezing arrows on, you weren't like super satisfied when you fired an arrow and heard that all those nice freezy crunchy noises as everything just popped into oblivion. It's amazing. It hits somewhere in the monkey brain in the back of my head. there's like a tick box or something. I don't know what it is.
I need a key. It's locked.
In the monkey brain. Deep inside my frickin' skull, in the monkey brain. What build am I rocking, Genki? I'm rocking my Godzilla build. It's a hand creation. It's Holy Shock and Holy Bolt spam at the same time. It's both. Not one or the other, but both, my friend. Both. Don't you want to just make your charge build, Leon, so you can like charge directly into the Herald with Thorns and just one-shot yourself? Where'd Leon go?
Self-teleporting paladin.
How do you do that?
Ask and learn.
Maggot layer level 3.
Whoa. Dark Elder's nasty.
TVJF, Mr. Vincent. Haven't seen you on here in a while.
Yo.
He disappeared into a land lost. With dinosaurs.
Wait, what?
With dinosaurs roam the earth. Cue the Land of the Lost music, please.
TV series or movies?
The movie, I was thinking. No, TV series. I was thinking the TV series. The one where they fall in the car, like they're in a car and it like falls in a pit.
Is that the one from the 80s?
90s, I think. It's 90s. I'm pretty sure it's 90s. I watched it when I was a kid. It's got like a really cheesy scene in the opening where like they're driving along in like a station wagon, and like the ground literally just like opens up and like swallows the station wagon.
The Slee Stacks.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
And then they met that like hot hoochie girl that was like a native that was always like hanging around the sun. I can't remember her name. She was definitely a love interest. The giantest of thrashes. Oh, Thresh is so giant. Making the Sanic the Hooge Warlock would be interesting too, I think. Just do like with the Vigor Bow, and then you do Wisdom and get the Pierce from Wisdom and Razor Tail instead. And then you can just run like your Consume, so you have like the max Consume buff, and then I think it'd be pretty crazy. I think it'd be pretty crazy. Between Vigor and Consume together, you'd be running around like a little crackhead all over the place. Of course, you could add some more run walk speed in various other forms. You definitely wouldn't necessarily need run walk speed boots at that point. Although they would be nice. They would be nice, but not necessary. Cody, do you want a Snackums? I got Snackums, and do you want it? If you would like a Snackums, I need a paw stat. I need a paw quick. I need the quickest paw you ever gave. Okay, that's a pretty good paw. That was pretty quick, especially considering you were laying on your back. You draw the ire of a herald.
Yeah. I just noticed that.
Where you guys at, Lost City?
It's mainly cleared as Lost City.
In the tunnels of the ancients. Down in the ancient tunnels.
I think that's been cleared.
Ancient tunnels? Well. There's still some monsters down here, it seems. The grand charm of charmliness. That's kind of a nice one. 121 AR, 49 cold damage.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I am hungry, and I don't know why. I got a freaking hunger in my eye. Got a freaking hunger there. Gonna go down with the hunger in there. Hunger there? Hunger where? Hunger there.
That poison from those things really stings.
You got the rancid gonorrhea?
It's the plagues, you know.
Which kind of chars was in the PTR? Was? Are going to be? There are going to be warlocks in the PTR. It's April 14th.
Hell rude, guys.
2 days from now. That's why the title says PTR in 2 days. That would be in the future. In the future.
I got some bad guys.
In the future, you can play a warlock on the PTR. In 2 days, it's hot on the PTR. 'Cause your mama has a fart on the PTR. Literally Gilligan's Island parody with dinosaurs.
Ooh.
Those poor people. It was only supposed to be a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Isn't Gilligan's Island nothing more than a copy of frickin' Robinson Crusoe anyway?
Yep.
Nothing new under the sun, as they say. I remember I was watching this interview with one of the comedians from like today's day and age, and he said he got a chance to meet his idol, like the person that he liked, and it was another comedian. And when he met him, he had to apologize to him. He said, "Man, I'm sorry." He said, "I really stole a lot of my content from you. I stole a lot of my my acts." And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." He goes, "I stole most of my act from what's his face," and it was like another comedian from like 30 years prior. And he's like, I had a chance to talk with him at one point, and he told me that he stole all his material from another comedian like 30 years prior to him. He's like, we were all just stealing, comedian. We're all just stealing from each other, okay? He's like, I'm a thief, you're a thief, we're all thieves, right? You're just like a third-hand thief. You're not even second-hand. You stole it from me, and I stole it from him. And he stole it from somebody else. A superior Colossus Ball, Janan Ethereal. You know what the Warlock Tainted really needs? Blizzard to reactivate the disabled super unique monsters named Stygian Harlot. Type Taint Breeder. Ah, the Taint Breeder. The Breeder of Taint. The taint so vile. A taint so vile.
I need to reactivate Iron Maiden.
Oh no. No, no, no.
I mean, they already put Thorns in the game, so why not? I'm all for making the game more difficult. Some people want PD2. They want the game to be more easy. They want it easier. I don't want it easier. I want problems. I like to solve problems. I want problems. Give me problems. Oh, here's a herald. Here's a Harry. I want problems. Always problems. A Saigon shield. Really, Herald? Really? Boy gave us a Saigon shield. He's like, I'm going to give you a Saigon shield and you're going to like it. Or else. The Hydra bow disrupt. How many sockets is it?
2.
2 whole sockets? You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have.
Okay, Jen, just see you tomorrow.
Alright, Snuggle Bunny. Thanks for hanging out with me. Boys, what's up, Mr. CEO? This boy is Mr. CEO. He's not just a CEO, he's Mr. CEO. Okay? Don't mess with him. He's gonna fire you from life.
I can't carry anymore.
You're fired from life. Get out of here. Cody is a monster doggo and his name is Monster. Cody is a monster dog and he's a big old monster. Him's a big old monster dog. He's big, a big old monster. Big old monster dog. He's big and fat and monster.
Not in town.
I was at a drive-thru the other day with him. I took him up to Taco Bell, and the guy inside looked inside the car, and he was like, "Holy!" He's like, "Is that a horse?" Look, yes. Yes, it is a horse. Oh, I'm glad you like my videos, man. Glad you're enjoying the content. And I will ask that, you know, if you enjoy the contents, be sure to, you know, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It helps out the channel. And maybe even consider, you know, tossing a little donation. It don't gotta be much, like $1 or like $5 or something. Helps out the channel and keeps my light bill on. Keeps the light bill on. Or, you know, alternatively, if you don't have any money, you can always just put my live stream on. Like one of my really long live streams or like one of my playlists on. Just throw it on. Just let it run. Let it run. Well, let the dog watch it. Dogs like to watch me. I got a dog on here, so yeah. Just let your dog watch it when you're at work. Dogs are good viewers. That also works. Doggy, baloggy, banana, fana, foo foggy. We get them doogie boo boogies. Yeah, and I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you people on Twitch are not subscribed, you need to hop over to YouTube and hit the sub button so that I can get YouTube, so I get 100,000 subscribers. What am I at right now? I don't even know. I have to check. Like I keep forgetting. Almost 96, 95,955. So I'm almost a little over 4,000 to go before I hit 100K. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I try so hard, but I can't hit 100,000 subscribers today, and I know it, but I'll get there. I want it. I need a little bit of it. The corruption begins to fade. The corruption of Uranus. Obviously, we're gonna do a lot of testing when the PTR comes out. That is the goal. Got a whole bunch of stupid work to do. I actually got to work that night. Man, you know what I'm probably gonna do? I'm probably just gonna have to pull it all later. Have to get me some energy drinks. Just chug them. I'm just gonna have to chug them, boys. I have to chug all the energy drinks. I think Arcane Sanctuary has already been cleared, unfortunately.
I just took out the summoner, so.
Yeah, it's like mostly clear. Like there were a couple lanes that didn't get it done, but.
Alright, Ginger, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta do some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take it easy these couple days toward the PTR, because then I'm gonna be going hard on the PTR. So I gotta store up the energy like a battery pack. That's not how it works, is it? That's not how it works. Actually, I'm hungry.
I just wish they would have put the PTR on like a Friday night.
Yeah, they always do stuff on Tuesdays. I don't know why they always do stuff on Tuesdays. I really just don't understand. It's like the one day of the week that's like I feel like everybody's working on Tuesday. Like why? Like why? It's like the day everybody's at the job. Why are we doing this on Tuesday exactly? I have horrible work to do on Tuesdays. It freaking sucks ball sacks. I'm gonna have to like push through it some way. Alright guys and gals, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. I'm starving. I'll be on tomorrow and the next day. We got 2 days until the PTR, obviously. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on. We're going to do a lot of testing. I always do a lot of testing whenever the PTRs come out. We're going to check everything. We're going to go over all the builds and check the taint lock and check the echo wing strike, and we'll play around with everything. We'll definitely do a lot of testing on stuff. Echoing strike, I guess I'll test it a lot as well. Not really a big fan of echoing strike, but I mean, we'll see how badly they nerfed it into the dirt. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and